We are 1 minute early, team. How are you guys doing today?
Well, that mic is hot.
Wonderful.
Yeah, my mics are always hot. Just like you, bud. Guys, welcome to City States of Klovisa, /:, the God War. Are we all feeling good today? I see we got the dog from Brood. Say hi, Brood.
Hi, Brood. No? No laughter.
No laughter, though. Just let it hang. Tamer, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm here. What can you complain about?
What can we complain about, Alden?
A lot of things.
JC, do you agree?
My camera looks squished.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me look thin, which is nice.
It probably is squished. I'm not gonna lie. I did a jank setup just now. Since we have more people. Helga, how are you? Oh, Thatch! Also,
Hey!
Shadow.
I'm doing good, John. I'm furiously cutting all the articles, visual aids, and other references out of my recap so that I can fit it within 300 words.
Nice.
2 pictures.
Out of curiosity, how long was the recap before you started editing?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to, John.
I want to know the answer to them. That's why.
It's only
You
like...
didn't see the package of papers?
Oh my god! What the fuck?
I got a lot of notes, okay?
It's like you don't know Shadow. It's like you've met him.
I didn't think someone could fill up
like-
a front and back page off of my games. I'm taking this as like the ultimate compliment.
Yeah, I only had a page from last game.
You only had. Oh my god.
2 sentences.
Your guys' notes are way better than mine. Shadow, why don't you go ahead and do the recap now that we're done saying how great or okay we are?
Fantastic. Last time on City States of Klovisa for the political team, we had several dreams going on as the party slept during the night. Ancho dreamt of his grandmother in the temple at Mokopuni, and something fell into the volcano during that conversation, and the volcano started erupting, which seemed to signal the death of Mokopuni, but then he was awoken. Paradigm, meanwhile, was also dreaming of the Staff of Power. He was holding it in his hands. He was very sad, knowing that he had just given it up, and he saw a figure sitting on a throne robed in red, asking him, "Why do you want to be a wizard?" More things went on. His thought of his mom's story of dangers of the outside world, and then the creature waved his hand. The dream was gone, and unfortunately, so was the staff. The next day, Alonso returned his armor to a representative of the League, unfortunately, but he tried to make amends for his theft. The member of the League, of course, asked him to stand down and call down his snipers, to which Alonso, whether he believed it or not, called his snipers down so that the member of the League didn't die and assuredly saved his life. The party the next day met a new member, Thatch, an old half-orc clad in heavy armor with very creaky knees. They talked with the tyrant about the issue of Thorazor and Destry, of issues between Fresnoth and the happenings of the Aldrich family in Destry. They're given a mission to infiltrate Thorazor, where Thatch is from, to uncover evidence of an Aldrich plot in the city that is hoping to bring Thorazor down. The party seeks out Ozark and learns Thorazorian history, especially about the conflict between Alcazar and Thorazor, but the discussion is soon derailed, however, as all involved learn that Paradigm's mom has 18 hives. The party engaged in some downtime activities. Antua learned a spell, and learned that altars are to exchange gold or trinkets for favor with the gods. Thatch failed in his attempt to carve a statuette of Paradigm to make up for the fact that it's kind of like a peace offering because he called him a pony. Paradigm learned information about beings of pure magic and determined that he had encountered a primal aspect of balance, the deer in Mokopuni. Alonso met with the tyrant and agreed to become a political hostage of the Explorers League. Then, at this point, Coraline has a dream of an entity with pale blue, long ears. It tells her many secrets as well as its reason for trying to kill the tyrant. Coraline then bumps into the entity's twin full of muscle and power, and Coraline feels a great pain in her heart and awakens in a glass tube, which then explodes. Everyone is awakened as the tyrant rushes in and confronts Coraline. He tells her her strings are now gone and forces her to leave the room with him. Coraline is able to look at the tyrant and see something different. The tyrant is normally shrouded in illusions, but she is able to see through some of those illusions. And she sees a man who normally is an outward picture of calm and serenity has great anger. His eyes are wreathed in pain, and he looks as if he might destroy the world. And that was the end of our session.
That was a beautiful recap. Probably the most concise and accurate out of what's 3 times 17. Where's the quick? That was very good, Shadow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
51 recaps. You on 51 had the best. Congratulations. And I guess from there we can jump right into game. Let me go to my calendar to figure out what day it is. I believe it is...
Isn't it like the 7th?
No, we were
the
still on the
7th.
long rest.
No, it's the
'Cause
11th.
4 days,
Oh,
and then
really?
the 5th day, we did the one day after that.
Yes, due to research
Oh,
of
yeah.
spells, after your long rest was complete, there were some other stuff. Coraline wakes up on the 11th of April, also known as Spring Sendance. And John will throw on some... What kind of music should we set this scene with? Let's go to a study. As Coraline alone will start our session off, having a conversation in a small lounge, an office of sorts. Most likely Ozark's or one of Ozark's. The tyrant sits before you, his bodyguard 30 feet away somewhere, or orbiting in that 30-foot... Well, you know how it is. Coraline, you are breathing air, actual air, for the first time. You are sitting on furniture, real furniture, for the first time in what feels like weeks, months, years. How do you feel? How long has it been for Coraline?
She probably lost track of time because, from what I understand, nothing really changes where she was. There's no day and night cycle, so it just not a whole lot to do either. So it's like when you're waiting for the bell to come at the end of the day and it just doesn't come. Probably felt quite a long time.
An eternity, one might say. You are now sitting in a sparsely furnished office. It seems to be one of the unused background ones where, like, a true businessman might conduct his work and then immediately leave. There's no sentimental posters or pictures or anything like that. But all that you can truly focus on right now is the ticking hand of a clock that continues to tick down, signaling that time is now passing. The tyrant is sitting down, looking forward and silently studying you. What do you say, Coraline, to break this awkward silence and monotonous rhythm of mechanics or mechanisms?
Can Coraline still see through the illusion?
It's only been a few minutes, so yes, you can still see no longer the happy, relaxed, joyful, permanently, calm being that is Brood's dad. Instead, you see anger and a furrowed brow and stress and conviction as he continues to look at you, almost unblinking. You have a hard time recollecting when he has made direct eye contact with anyone, and he is just staring you down into your eyes.
She'll kind of start to feel a little uncomfortable and go, what does this mean? Did you do anything to get me back, or was it the others?
I could not without killing you, so no.
Why would they do this?
I'm not sure. This could be some great plan of theirs. Or they flipped you.
Well, they did try. They tried to tell me that you were, you know, evil and going to destroy the world and all such things. But, I mean, you
Of
are
course
here,
they
and
would.
the world is not destroyed, and they are not here, and the world is not destroyed, so I would rather bet on what I know. And what does this mean for me? Can I continue working for you, or
Do you
is it
still
the cell
want to?
again?
Now knowing what kind of enemies we are going to be fighting?
More than ever. Her hands kind of clench a little bit. She goes, "As they took from me something. I don't know if wringing their neck will get it back, but I'd like to try."
I see. Vengeance is a powerful motivating factor that I always take into account, Coraline. You are not magically, he says, continuing to squint at you. Or rather, I cannot tell if there is another magical thing wrong with you, or you have been altered in a different way than you already have detected. I find it odd that they would do a catch and release, or let you go free without any strings attached, he says. And he, like, laughs. It's not funny. It is not funny. It's clearly not a joke. He's laughing solely to himself.
And this laugh kind of fits what you see underneath more than the facade, right?
Oh, yeah. He's just like, that was a good one. He doesn't say anything, of course, or comment on his own joke. But, he's not a funny guy. This tyrant of Toast.
Can you tell me some things?
Maybe.
I didn't see my friend Helga when I passed by the others. Is she alright?
She lives at home. She likely did not respond to the alarm spell that we put on your tank.
And with that, she kind of... She has a look of relief, and she kind of sinks back down into the chair a bit more and goes, "I'm so worried. You know, the other two, I thought they would get her killed."
Not yet. Almost. Trying to free you, as it were.
They tried to free me.
They
Really?
did. They dedicated... They have ruined so many relationships that have not even started in their misguided attempt to help you.
At that, she's quite pensive. Like, it's... If it wasn't coming from somebody that she trusted so much, she probably would have dismissed it. If you say so. But regardless, so what now?
We're
Can
gonna
I do
observe
anything?
you for a few days. We're gonna see if this is all some elaborate trick, and we're gonna give you weapons and put you in a room together with me to see if you act upon that. I suppose, the hatred that was not yours. And you know, if all things go well, I don't have a legal reason for keeping you here or imprisoning you. You are still a citizen of my city.
The truth be told, the tank was probably better than the self before that.
I know.
I'm ready to do anything to prove it.
Well done. Ozark! And immediately an Ozark simulacrum shows up in the room, having been invisible probably the entire time. He's going to look through your mind. He's going to see what he can see with detect thoughts. And he's going to dig. Cooperate with him.
Right.
Okay. I'll see you in a bit. And with that, the tyrant stands up.
Are you angry with me?
No.
I really didn't want to do the things I did.
You know, after hanging out with some normal humans for a while, I have realized that a lot of people have really bad immediate judgments. And I'm gonna choose not to hold it against you for whatever deals you might have made in a spur-of-the-moment decision when your words can possibly mean eternal servitude to some eldritch being.
To be fair, I thought it was a dream. But
Well,
point taken. No more dream contracts.
I would just like it if all of you people applied any amount of critical thinking, even just a fraction of it, and just be like, this is suspicious. You know what I mean? Also, if you see Tristan, I need you to report him to someone immediately.
Has Coraline ever met Tristan?
Maybe. Maybe you've seen him. You definitely know of him.
Okay. All right. Is he? You want him his head or just his whole head?
No, I just don't contact anyone. Well, don't engage him. Contact everyone is what I meant to say. He's a wanted man. Right. Okay. Thank you. I gotta go. And with that, he leaves the room promptly. And Ozark is going to mind control you and fuck with your brain to see if he can access any of the memories that you had in the other sky realm, as it were. Hours will pass during this time.
Can Coraline try to maybe not resist, but steer him away from certain things? Like basically flood her thoughts with stuff that he might be interested in, but isn't related to the things we talked about this week.
Look at this cool fucking fish! Yeah!
Basically, yeah. Oh my god, the leech! This tree was full of leeches and it was awesome. But
you can indeed do all of this because the memories you have are protected. They are not your own as it was. Despite you being able to recant everything crystal clear, perfectly, almost to a supernatural state. It's as though you can just think upon that moment and relive that entire conversation. For Ozark, he sees nothing. And time will pass as the 11th turns into the 12th. The alarm spells, which were going off, get cut. Everyone can return to bed. Ozark, though, had kidnapped you, Thatch, Paradigm, and Anchois. And he takes you to a meeting room of sorts. Not the snack room, a more casual one with, I guess just a single coffee table and a few chairs so that people can sit next to a fireplace and have a discussion in a less professional environment. Where he will high-five a different simulacrum who's hanging out by a door and that guy will just sort of fade out of existence, and the Ozark, which has taken you guys into this room, will point at a frog and be like, Revit!
Hi. Yeah.
We found your
Yes.
team. They were hiding out, reading. Oh, nerds.
A wizard says nerds.
Yeah.
This right here. This one. I'm assuming it's just Coraline.
Brood? No. It is
Say-
Anchois, Paradigm, and Thatch. Why don't we all go around the table and describe our characters? So, original political team sees a quote-unquote frog. Revik, why don't you start describing your character for us?
Okay. You see a 5 foot flat, tall humanoid. They have a cowl over their head that lightly obscures their big bulging eyes that are kind of like grayed over. His skin is deathly pale, as if the blood has been sucked completely out of it. And he's got a it looks like a skirt really, but it's like one of those like gossamer-ish skirts it's been dyed black. And he's got a bow and quiver on his back and some daggers at his hips. And he says, blah, I'm Revik, your new friend.
Anchois, Paradigm, and Thatch in no specific order. How about we start with Thatch and go counterclockwise? Thatch, you are a big guy. For you?
Yes.
What do you look like?
You see an orcish face. He stands about 6'3", 280, pretty big, wearing heavy armor. Although I'm not sure if I'm wearing heavy armor if we just got woken up during the night. He's probably got like an orcish onesie on or something like that. And he's a little bit older, a little bit worn, a few scars on there, and kind of moves slowly and says, "I am Thatch. Welcome to the team."
Oh, thanks. You're like the MVP, right? You're like, are you from Thorazor?
Next up is Paradigm. We're gonna hold that line of conversation. Paradigm, what does Revik see?
Revik and Paradigm have met before.
Oh.
Yeah, we were actually friends. We hung out with just Riva.
Why don't you describe your 18 hotness horse instead?
Oh yeah, Paradigm is this like picturesque horse man, just the pinnacle of male horse beauty, human and horse. There you go. Short white hair, like swished off to the side, bulging with muscles and wizardly intelligence. He's got a skull on his hip now.
Now describe the horse parts as attractive. Go.
Oh, his flanks are extremely well toned. His fur very well combed, very glossy. His tail very well kept, not frayed, not just out there.
You did it.
You can thank Alonzo's brushing for some of that.
True.
I would never have let you touch me with a brush. You're
Anchois.
lucky the saddle was on me, fucker.
Anchois.
I've got to follow that. What you see is a average size human male Mokopunian. He is wearing a kind of like a wetsuit type deal, a blue wetsuit under his royal robes, Mokopunian island wear, and the blue wetsuit is up to his neck, and the most stark thing about him would be the tattoos covering his face, or the portion that you can see. So he has like tribal tattoos coming down his face, up his neck, behind his jaw, stuff like this on his neck. And he is, outside of that, very unassuming. And he says, "Hello, how's it going, man?"
Hi. Yeah, it's going great. I'm really looking forward to working with you
Wait,
guys.
who did we just lose?
JC disappeared.
Oh my
He's
god.
back in the lounge.
JC, turn your camera on.
Did you say he's in the garage?
In the lounge.
Oh.
Ugh.
With the knife, and it
What
was
happened?
Mrs. Scarlet.
We can't hear you.
You're still muted.
There we go. How's this?
Was it doing the weird Discord thing again? Or was that on
No,
purpose?
I clicked something.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Don't click the links in chat.
Uh, yeah, don't do it. You want big followers?
You want to be famous?
Want to be famous? Along with Alonzo, can we please get a quick description of Alonzo before we walk him out of a campaign?
Sure. Alonzo's a tiny goblin, about 3 feet tall. He's got a dark brown mohawk on the top of his head, shaved with the shaved sides. He wears conquistador style armor with red and white striped under clothes, whatever you call it. And he's actually looking pretty calm these days.
Well, that's good, because as soon as he tries to enter the room, that Ozark Simulacrum, who sort of casted invisibility, grabs him, and then they teleport away. Never to be seen again. My name is...
Where did the tiny one go? We need at least one tiny person here.
What the
He's
hell?
gone forever. Until
Ozark?
Coraline dies, anyway.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The Ozark Simulacrum with you guys does not register this at all. And he just closes the door, slamming it shut with a wave of his hand.
Ancho's adamant demanding horse.
Shut up, you're getting Coraline back. Sit down. All of you sit! He says, yelling. Except for Thatch, you can choose to sit. I understand you have bad knees.
It takes me a while to get back up again.
It's okay. I understand, even though I do not have the problem of age, despite being... What is happening to your camera, man?
Yeah, sorry,
I
something's
thought you made
screwing
it
up.
on
Just let me.
Alright, I am Coraline now. I am trapped with the tyrant. Oh, I am friend.
Ancho is like demanding
Is
to
that
know
racist?
if Alonzo
Sorry about that.
is going to be like put in the same place that Coraline's put in. What's happened
I
to them?
do
He's
believe
okay,
in
right?
equivalent
He's okay?
exchange, but no. He is instead going to be doing you all a solid. The League of Explorers has accepted the idea of having a political hostage for our cooperation in retrieving the item that Tristan Darter has stolen from them. We will be giving them Alonzo until that deal is fulfilled. That request is fulfilled.
Good lord. Alonzo's a hostage.
Yes.
Are you
He
surprised?
has decided to become a martyr in case you guys fuck up again. And your life, or his life, is in your hands.
Oh, I'm good. They're gonna kill a third character.
Yes.
I feel so bad for him.
So I
That's
guess
barbaric.
that's like your guys' like first priority then, huh? It's like saving your friend.
No.
No, he's gone.
No, he's fine. Don't worry
Not
about it.
really.
We don't need him back.
Oh,
In character, yes, but no. No, he's not. In character, yes, but no.
In character, no, we don't need him. He's fine gone.
I think as this discussion goes on, Thatch, the political hostage from Thorazor, is looking sheepishly at the ground.
Oh, don't we love being hostages, everybody? We exchange one life and kill another if somebody fucks up. It's great.
wait.
Oh.
It's becoming a trend. We should take hostages more often.
We should. I agree. I never realized how fun it was to keep you mortals around and for an indefinite period of time against your will.
You already own me, Ozark. You've been
I
doing
turned-
it since.
I gave you your freedom. I just bought it for you on your
I,
behalf.
I turned to that. Haha, they're so funny with their jokes. Haha, we don't do that. Haha.
This is horrible.
Anyway, Revik, how are you, bud? I'm glad you showed up on time.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks. I'm ready to go back to my team. This was a fun little experiment we did. Yeah.
Oh yeah?
I mean,
Well, I have some bad news for you. The Discovery team is currently trapped in a time sphere, and you're unable to get back to them.
I have to help them. What are you talking? Wait.
Nope. You're gonna pretend like they don't exist and help us instead. Deal with the political tribulations of Thorazor, which you are uniquely insightful upon. How was your little vacation with Just Meza?
Oh, she's really cool. She's bitchin'. I mean, I wish she was our leader instead of Erithil.
She looks to Paradigm and Antois, or not she. Ozark looks to Paradigm and Antois to gauge your reactions. What are you two looking like right now?
Paradigm's just laughing at the idea that this poor frog has no idea what he's in for.
Just Meza is
I
good
love
for
this
one
though.
thing, killing, but not really. She didn't really help us that well.
She
I
saved
like
your
this.
life. Fair enough. Anyway, Thatch, our good boy Revik here has some insights on what the Dukes and Duchess of Aldrich are up to.
Oh, okay, so, I know you're from Thorazor, and you guys probably have noticed that your people are really, really hungry, like all the time. So,
I love Revik.
Nick Aldrich is a sinister, cunning, evil man who is trying to sway your people unjustly by trying to give them food. So, we're trying to stop him from giving your people food because we have food. So your people should really just get their food from us.
It's true.
Tell
Remind
Thorazor
me.
that.
Remind me who you represent again, Revik?
Oh, I'm from Tulsa, but I guess you could say I'm like the vampire of Destry because there are no other vampires right now.
First of all, he has no claim to any of that throne. The Overduke is the only Primarch and Patriarch in that entire region. And, that should not be confused at all from this conversation.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
like my master.
and as in one individual vampire who happened to operate in Destry for a month or so.
Me too. You seem very healthy. Like have you eaten? Have we eaten food yet?
Yes.
Awesome, wonderful. There's more where that came from.
We'll gauge that as an option.
Okay, cool. So actually, there's a few things. We think that the Duke of Aldrich might have a dryad, or something is going on because they're growing some type of magical plant that is replenishing their crops really fast, and whatever it is, it's a bargaining tool that they are not allowed to have.
It's true, we want to keep that from them.
Mhm.
Fuck this shit.
Why?
Duke Aldrich? Oh, you guys aren't familiar with the Destry situation, are you?
Yeah,
He's a
I think
shitter,
I
we know
know.
that
Yeah,
much.
yeah, I think he's the
Uh,
one who's threatening to destroy everyone in the city.
He wanted to lay
Okay.
claim to Thorazor's citizens because they used to be his, or some dumb
Yes.
bullshit that
Yeah.
makes
Yes.
no sense anymore.
That
Yeah.
is correct.
Correct.
Indeed.
And,
It seems his sole goal at the moment is to win them over through their stomachs, so that he may inevitably... See, here's the thing. We're still unsure what his next step is after that. Because, like, that's clearly the way to get your foot into the door in, like, the political scene of Thorazor. Because it's our way, we're doing it too. But, you know, we want to keep the Thorazorians' main government as stable as possible so that it doesn't enter a civil war. You know what I mean?
We love
Aldrich
Thorazor.
might not have that goal in mind. He may
That's
just
right.
want to take over the entire city, which, you know, for
Probably.
a provincial shitter that he is, it's more likely than not.
Let's just kidnap his dryad.
Fair.
Uh,
We have to locate
well,
it first,
oh,
and the
wow.
only...
Yeah.
We have a map.
Does your map locate people?
It can.
Might.
Can it? He says, looking at your
Within
map
a-
again.
Within a 50-mile radius of me.
Holy
I
shit.
think we can get you that close. I think so.
Yeah, we can get you over there, man. What the fuck are we doing here?
I open map. I just say
Paradigm,
Ozark
you're about to
Scribes,
lose
like,
all sorts of like agency. We're just gonna have you find stuff for us from now on. Just keep you on an airship.
pull out my map and I open it. And I try, like think about finding Ozark, the real one.
You cannot.
Oh,
Oh damn. All right, then I'll just think about the simulacrum. The one
John
that
asks
us.
Alden for real if he let this be a thing. Because I have like set locations for your map, not your not people. Like this isn't the fucking Marauders map from Harry Potter, right?
Oh, I mean, we looked for, we checked for someone back on Mukapuni, but I forget who.
we didn't check for anyone in Mokopuni, actually. We did not.
Yeah.
No, you tried at one point, but it didn't work because it needs to be something with a set location,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
something that
okay.
moves around. And I asked John if like a boat, which is a location, would count even though it moves, and he never answered. So we're not even clear on that.
I wonder
Because-
if
Yeah.
if we say special crop, Duke Eldritch special crop, will it pop up?
Yeah, I could just look for a Dryad lair.
Yeah, that works. I didn't know they
You
had
have
layers,
the
yeah.
spell locate person or object.
Are we high enough level for those spells?
It's a second level spell, so I assume
Nope.
so. Wait, really? I must be out of touch with magic of such a low and unimportant level to me, for I only use my first 4 circles for magic missile.
Yeah, locate object is 2, but he's saying he doesn't have it. I think locate person is 3rd or 4th.
I'd have no idea. John gets lost a little bit with all the spells, excuse me.
John only cares if you're level 20.
True. So you guys better hurry up and hit there.
yeah, hurry up.
If I get a level, I can do it. But
If we
gotta-
believe that a Dryad is involved, we should speak with Governor Moru at once. Currently, all of her communications are being tapped by her new Chief of Intelligence. So we're gonna have to have that conversation in person. Are you guys wanting to go to Alcazan on a little field trip for like half a day?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, I think we were planning to go to Alcazan anyway.
Understood. Revik, have you been to Alcazan?
No, I've never been, but it seems like a cool place to be with a bunch of dryads and food, so I'll check it out.
Indeed. Don't get distracted with Rodrigo. Please.
Oh,
this
right,
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
the last time one of them did, he became his princess. Then we never saw him again.
He's digging trenches to break the charm right now.
Yeah, cool.
Indeed. That being said, Coraline, in a few days, will be rejoining you all.
Nice.
Okay, that's all we're going to talk about.
Who is, excuse me,
Who is Coraline?
who is Corley?
You will have ample opportunity to meet her, and I am far too busy to even care. So I shall be going now. You all may speak with each other, and I will fuck off, since he looks at a watch that isn't there. It is a time. And he just leaves. Because time is irrelevant to an immortal.
Yeah,
Oh.
Corleone is our premier airship pilot of the party.
Oh,
Wonderful.
I don't know how serious Paradigm is right now, but
Paradigm
yeah.
has
true.
the shit-eating grin on his face.
It's
Wait, what
important
did
to
you
have a
say
good
she was?
airship captain.
the premier airship captain. Yeah.
In premier, in fact, that she's not legally allowed to be anywhere near the cockpit of any sort of airship that is owned by Tulse in any sort of way. Not allowed, banned. Like, yeah.
There's a
She'll
nice
try.
APB that's gotten put out on her.
Mhm.
I see. Oh,
She
She'll
managed
try.
to turn one upside down,
very
almost
close.
killing the rest of these guys.
Wow.
Mm.
But not you? Like, specifically not you?
No, I was fine. I just teleported my way out.
Okay.
Wizards.
Cool. Whew,
Here, so the plan is, just so I'm certain, we're going to Alcazan and we're going to talk to a dryad. Are we going to like hang out there? I mean, talk to Rodrigo. What are we doing now?
We're talking to Maru.
Moru, okay, the dryad. Okay,
Yeah.
and we're
Let's,
going to
Don't look
encourage
at her
them.
this time.
Hey, you know, I can tell you I won't look at her, but I can't tell you that I won't look at her.
I've had to
That's what
stop
I'm
you
saying.
twice.
And I'm saying that, you know, you might have to stop me 3 times, or else I'll go crazy.
He wiggles the
Because that's the
flail in your
punishment.
direction.
That's only silence me. That will not stop me from looking. You'll have to do better than this, okay? I do not shake that flail at me.
What is happening?
I'll look over at Revik and be like,
You
I
wanna
don't know.
see? He wiggles
My
the
second
flail
thing.
even more.
These two wizards have
Where
such
did you
a
cast
fierce
it?
sexual tension between each other every day.
I really cast.
They're about to like pull out their spell books and start exchanging spells, if you know what I'm.
Need
Okay.
a spell book?
Time passes.
Out of curiosity, could I learn locate object in that 4 day? No. What? When do we first?
You guys are leaving
When do
tomorrow.
we?
uh,
No, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Coraline, you will be allowed to go with them after the results being inconclusive. Part of your observation will be on this flight, apparently. So, Coraline, you can just get back in the saddle, or you can take a few days off and just sit quietly, the player, in the corner of my screen and watch as they go talk with everybody that you know and love.
I would like to play, please.
Okay, cool. It is now the 12th of April, also known as Spring Sentence. You guys awaken after a short night, and you all meet in the cafeteria, where H, the big ol' ogre-like creature, and his entire chef staff are just depositing food onto trays to give to the mass population of the Tyrant's Court. There's like 500 people in this room, hanging out, eating, shooting the shit. What is that?
Trying to figure out Paradigm's birthday.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's gonna be in November, it looks like.
Early November.
Mm.
I think you'll see Thatch's mouth drop at the sheer amount of food that is being eaten and probably wasted in this court.
Yeah, it's such fine
You'll
quality,
be
too.
very,
Even though you
very
probably don't
silent.
even know quality food anymore.
Revik doesn't need much. He just like pushes his plate towards Thatch, and there's more where that came from.
I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure if Thatch trusts you yet. You
That's
seem
fair.
very jovial though.
Yeah. Oh,
I will
good.
definitely eat my fill.
Good. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, John, the books I stole from Wet Spot, the 3 books in the pyramid, could I read anything at any point? Is there any?
Hang on. We gotta talk about our calendar real quick. Guys, there's 30 days to every month except for December, which has 35 days. So I hope that you took that into account, Paradigm. Fuck the world's calendar!
No.
Alright, your question was, can you read further? You are a 5th level wizard. You are almost at the level in which you can fully decode passively Piddle's Wet Spot's arcane cipher. What information are you looking after or looking for?
Just pretty much looking for. Here's the thing: you're searching for something you don't know what you'll find.
Exactly. Because John does not have an actual book he has written for the perspective of Piddle's Wet Spot.
He's looking for things that relate to his ultimate goal, which is bringing an elemental back to the island. Which would be more appropriate? Which elemental would be
All right.
most appropriate? Most.
John's gonna roll you a luck die, and then he's gonna narrate stuff from what he remembers of the old adventure and how Piddle's Wet Spot, the player character, would put this to pen. Okay? Alright. He says it's March of some year. He doesn't keep track of years because he's a wizard, and he's, he refuses to assert that his age is a real number. It's March. He's recently, finally, found a fellow wizard in his life, and that bitch motherfucker named Finn, Phin, stole, well, didn't steal, but took the bond that he wanted. He wanted to make a pact with this two-headed deer, and it stole the deer from him because he was slow on the draw, which sucks. He's super sad, he hates it, but he has recently just found out how to cast Fireball, and he was tempted. He was super tempted just for like 1 moment. What would happen if I Fireballed her just right now? Just took the bracelet. Give me the bracelet! Or circlet, as it were. It's a rant. It's a ranting rave of a mad wizard that you were able to translate up to this morning, Antoine.
Good. Thank you.
Everyone's doing math about John's stupid ass calendar.
Birthdays are important, John.
They are. Everyone can choose their birthday if they wish to have one. Remember, everyone, it's the year ADC, so subtract that and you can get your year, too. From what
Makes it easier to make in memoriam pictures for the Discord.
It would be, yeah. Anyway, you guys have breakfast. Coraline joins you for this, sort of getting the rundown, having not slept at all during this night. And being like, yeah, you got a new frog vampire on your team. Paradigm and Antralda is still there. Helga's still on R&R. And probably will be until something tangible happens in Thorazor. We're sending them on a little errand to Alcazan if you want to go over there.
Of course, anything I can do to help.
Okay,
do I
just
have
remember
time for
there's a restraining order for you and 30 feet within the nearest steering wheel of any airship.
Oh, but come on! I just
No,
want to learn
no
to...
crying.
But...
You have to take 6 months of training for us to release this restraining order on you for proper air, controlling. I don't know how airships work. I just fly everywhere. But
if I promise not to touch, can I look?
30 feet away.
Through a window.
30 feet.
Window.
30 feet.
Can I have a spyglass then to see better from 30 feet away?
He stares at you blankly and is like, what's a spyglass?
Telescope.
Oh, I just send simulacrums to places so that I can see through them.
Do I have time for a quick shopping trip before we take off?
You're going to have to ask your team, and then he vanishes and sends you instructions of where they're currently located.
Okay. I'll go find them.
Thatch will reach his hand across the table and seems... I've been forgotten, it seems. I'm Thatch. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, to me.
Yes.
I did. Sorry, I didn't know John said I was there yet. Yes.
Wait, we're all in the same room?
Oh, I
Yes,
thought we
you
were
are all in the cafeteria in public.
I thought...
I
Yeah,
was
you
busy
said
with
she was eating
birthday
breakfast with us, yeah.
Yeah, I said that like 4 times.
Yeah, you just forgot my character, John, that's all.
Yes, hello.
Fuck
I'm
your character.
Coraline du Récif Rouge.
Begins.
Rose.
There you go. Okay. Do you have a shorter last name? How do you say that?
A frog now. Worse than a frog. Yes, Coraline du Récif Rose. Just call me Coraline. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It loses something when you speak air instead of water.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, cool.
Paradigm, Temir, Anchois.
Coraline looks through the webcam.
Yeah. The tyrant told me you tried to save me while I was out. Thank you.
Those people that kidnapped you, They were not fucking around. They shot me twice. But I'm glad you're free. Now. We didn't really succeed. It kind of wonders, like, I'm wondering exactly how you were able to free yourself.
It seems that the beings grew bored of me or something. They just sent me back. But
Say no more. I understand completely. And then he shuts down all conversations.
And so we fast forward once more on Tanner's Past. You guys board an airship. It's heading
Jesus.
to Alcazan from Tolst. Holy fuck, that got me really fucking well. Holy
Remember,
shit.
you should be the DM now.
You might have killed yours. Alright. You guys are flying in the airship. Does anyone want to talk, or can we fast forward again?
So I give Thatch a pair of rubber gloves and explain that I'm poisoned to him.
For now.
It's good to know.
You
Yeah,
just
no
carry
problem.
around a pair of gloves for everyone you meet so they can touch you.
Oh no, just my friends.
Well met, friend.
fuck.
Thatch will remind everybody that going to Alcazan, they should not let people know he's from Thorazor because he's actually flown missions in here to raid the city before.
Oh, if anyone finds out, we'll just pretend you're our prisoner.
Good to know.
I would prefer if you just hid your face, maybe.
You're fully armed, armored, wearing the Tolst uniform prisoner.
Very good.
I'll pull my visor down for you.
That's good.
But tell me, what do you two do?
Where'd Thatch go? Where'd he go?
Me?
Yes, do you... If things go wrong, are you
Oh,
good
I'm
with...
good
How do you
I'm good
kill
with the
shit?
bow. I'm good with the bow, and I've got knives, and the aforementioned poison, and just in case any of you guys start to die, I can bring you back to life. And if you do die, then, well, it's not so bad for me, you know?
Please don't touch me.
Well, that's one of the other stipulations, is please don't touch me.
If we engage in battle, I will step in front and
Rumble
defend.
Roar, get out of the Roll20 game or else!
What the fuck?
Or else, well, he hasn't done anything.
Just make Chad go on a bad trip next time he's in game.
It can wait! You guys fly to Alcazan. It is not even a full hour that you have to wait. It is a super short trip. And you guys do so.
During the trip, Antra and Paradigm might actually notice that Coraline's looking at Revik and Thatch, sort of how she used to look at them when they first met.
Paradigm also looks at them the same way. They brood together.
Aww.
Aw. Coraline,
Antro
do
is
you let
just
Paradigm brood with you in the same seat? Or next to your seat? Wait, no, wait. Paradigm has to sit in the hole. What am I talking about? You guys are like having a comfortable like ride. Paradigm's just
Hold on.
brooding on its own.
No. At this point, I can fucking stand on the goddamn deck. I've been on airships enough.
Fair. You can go stand on the deck. Let the wind course through your hair.
My fine glistening voice.
Yeah. Since you are just so physically attractive, it just makes you look a tiny bit hotter. Where like some kid is just like taking
plus one.
photographs. Or visual capture device images of you.
Yeah. Don't want fucking Gloopty Glob getting that copyright strike.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck they're called.
Bucharest.
Yeah, that.
You guys fly. John will take us to the world map and then the Alcazanian map, or he'll just skip that and take you to the Alcazan map. Whoosh. Welcome, one and all, to Alcazan.
What terrible memories.
You land on the airship terminal. The airship transport you were riding will immediately begin to start taking on imports or exports of Alcazan, which is basically just Alcazanian logoed like food boxes that they will then dispense to either a civilian merchant or, go to a city store somewhere. But you guys can disembark, head on down, and, well, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Well, we should probably go right to Moro. I mean, unless you guys have any other idea. Like, if you want to do something, you can.
You think we have to talk to the swamp monster again to get under there, or can we just walk in now? Who's in charge here now? We never really asked.
Moro,
I
right?
believe that you were in charge.
What?
That's
I'm
what
sorry?
I believe.
Tulst, right?
Oh, no.
There's
in charge
only
of
one
Alcazar.
way to find out.
Are we gonna have a death match to find out the leader?
I think we gotta find Morrow, or else. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm good.
We need to find
How about-
Morrow, and we also were talking yesterday about finding why the food prices here in Alcazar are so high, and why they continue to go up. We should determine that before we leave, if we can.
Yeah.
We could ask Maru that
We-
too.
I believe Ozark kind of gave us a clue by just saying they're just putting the screws on you
Yeah.
over in your in that
Probably.
city, in whatever
They prob-
city. You,
I think they
Well,
just
no,
don't
we
want to
could
die,
never
and
do
this is
that
their
to
only way of
Thor.
not dying.
Wait, Tulsa Alcazar would never do that to Thorazor. Anshua would never.
I mean, I
Would
thought so
never.
too. It's very evil, but
It's
I
a
think that's
very
exactly what's happening.
Revik,
with
you're very
nothing
naive.
happening.
I believe this dates from much longer than when Toast took over.
Anyway, I'm gonna start walking toward the fucking citadel.
Yeah, you start walking
follows.
towards the citadel. Everyone follows shortly after, assuming that Antoine doesn't go and try to speak with a smuggler. Again?
No, I'm not
Okay.
saying Seafoy Brunt.
Yeah.
Not until I know what the city's going on. What's going on in the city?
No.
Alright, you head to the moat, I suppose, because that's your last known secret entrance, but you cannot locate it. You go to the same spot, you think you're standing right in the same place, but there's no, like, invisible hole you can find. Chances are this strategic weakness that was exploited by you and the raid team has been sealed up for any other potential, weaknesses. That or they're tired of bird sneaking, and who knows. Instead, you guys can go to a drawbridge where a Tulst security agent is currently standing in guard with two tree people. He's like 6.5 foot tall, like bark-skinned individuals who are holding clubs and shields and standing at attention.
Yeah, we've seen them in the field. If you remember that paradigm.
Yeah.
We
When
wave.
you guys
Hello.
were dancing like weirdos.
He waves at you. This Tulst agent, the guards do not.
just
Could
gonna
we
stroll in.
get? Could we see? Could we get in?
What is your name and your business? Oh! And he
Oh.
looks at Thatch. Oh, yes, you are wearing the task force unit. What team are you from? From the Tyrant's own personal guard?
No, we are here to see more.
We are.
Wait, you're not,
We're
or
not the
you-
personal guard, but we're not the personal guard, but we are.
I'm pretty sure
the,
that the last people
the
who
voice.
came said that they were the personal guard. I believe they called themselves the Ray team. One did a sick flip in front of them. I recognized him as Chad.
John, at
yes.
this point, Paradigm's already walked in without
Oh,
acknowledging the guy.
Oh, shit.
Hold on.
Uh,
Does he stop us? Does he like kill it? he's,
No. Nobody stopped
All right,
Paradigm.
we go in. Then we just go in.
All right, I will contact her to see when you guys can meet.
Finger guns.
You figured
Sooner the better, please. Is there a nice clothing shop nearby?
a clothing shop? Yes, it's just, and he just gives you directions somewhere deeper inside the city. You guys can enter the Citadel. Do you know where you're going?
Nope.
All right,
We were ushered. We were always ushered into a waiting room, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
the
were, but now
underground
you
waiting
apparently
room.
have free reign of the place.
Do we know where that waiting room is? Like, do we know?
It was
No,
underground.
because you used to be blindfolded on the way there. So now you guys are just walking around. Paradigm, you seem to be the leader, so where are you taking your party?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk in and fucking look around. There like main entrance area where there's more people.
You start walking.
Can Revik talk to Anshua real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So I guess like the politics teams, you guys have really been all over the place, huh? Like, they just let you in anywhere. Just,
They would let you in too. I mean, we're all from Tulsa. I mean,
oh yeah.
really, just that has benefits when we control this city, or I should say, when
Well,
the city's being controlled.
Well, I mean, it's the Confederation of Nations. It's
Yes,
really
exactly.
an agreement. It's an agreement between like different cities.
When
right?
one city's a vassal of another, the one that's in control is the one that's not the vassal. Paradigm shouts behind him.
Yeah,
We
we're
are brothers and sisters, and whatever. Anjo doesn't really believe this, but he says it just
right.
like an
Okay,
incantation.
Cool. All right.
Thatch leans over to Coraline and says, "Do we normally insult our vassals to their face by yelling out loud obscenities like that?"
Something you should learn is that this team was not made of the most competent people before I came here. And I think while I was gone, it may have continued in that again.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Paradigm, you can just wander. You get to see the like personal rooms and halls. This massive rectangular hallway that just continues to go up, and there's many spiral staircases. So you're trapped in the bottom floor. The other team, your other team members can like spiral up and down and go investigate all of these personal rooms of, well, the people who live here. You pass a few like Tulst agents who are like not guarding necessarily, but like just doing business here apparently. They wear military uniforms. They're clearly from your city. And eventually one of them like stops you and is like, "Hey, we got a shout out that the task force unit wanted to speak with Moru again."
Yeah,
You
that's
them?
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Can you follow me?
yeah. Or
Yes.
Go.
Okay.
Where's Paradigm? Where's
Hi, radio. Paradigm. We're up in this location. Come here, huh?
No,
Paradigm.
we'll go to your horseman, who's trapped
Okay.
downstairs.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, cool. And then he like
Paradigm just looking through a magazine.
trots down.
there's a forest basement of Mora's capital?
The party is reunited through this maze-like stronghold that is not usually a place of casual business, but you guys make it casual as you walk through a ceremonial chamber. It's I guess a cylindrical, stylized tunnel, which normally people are blindfolded through, until you come to a set of double doors, and the man's like, "All right," and he points to the two giant fucking I guess monsters made of roots and wielding giant clubs and fully taking up this door's frontal area so no one can pass through them easily. You know
Can
the
I
deal.
ask-
We've upgraded their seaweed wraps to actual blindfolds. So if you would
Hey.
like to wear those.
Oh, I would prefer not to. Thank you.
No, put
Uh,
it on.
no,
he'll-
You're,
on.
you're
He'll-
putting it on.
he'll-
And
he'll-
if you
he'll
don't
wear
put
it.
it on, Paradigm will put it on you.
I also have rope, people, rope, all right? And 30 feet of rope.
Oh, you
We're gonna
guys
tie
came
our arms.
prepared. This is very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, this is
Tie
not
their
your
hands
first
together.
meeting with Moru.
No,
Okay, I
no,
guess-
not at all.
I guess
30 feet of rope.
Okay.
So-
Thatch will put on a blindfold.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess cool.
And
Revik, do you tie
the-
yourself to Antwa?
Sure. Luckily he's wearing a bodysuit, so mostly he's good.
True.
Okay, who else wants the rope?
It's just it's buddy.
Just the blindfold for me.
What's the rope for?
To prevent you from taking off your blindfold, because you might get enamored. And if you get enamored, you might get tempted to take off your blindfold. And if that happens, you might go crazy.
Yeah,
Those
the
things,
Dryad's very bewitching.
very real. Very real.
It happened to the old Aurelia and Antois here.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm glad I put the blindfold on then.
It's better not to make that an option for yourself once you get enamored.
I can hold on to the hope, but I won't tie my hands.
Okay.
Do
Well,
you remember? I've joined to say, are you certain, Coraline?
Quite certain, yes.
Maybe one hand.
I don't think so.
John, I prepare an action to like use my arms to wrap around people who will attempt to take off their blindfold again.
Okay, cool. You're just like mean mugging all of your people as you. Well, here's the thing. Are you gonna be blindfolded? Because you won't be able to see you when they go to remove it.
I mean, hey, John, I did it twice the last time we were in Alcazar.
Yeah, but you passed your save, like Iron. You're
Yeah.
good buddy.
We're just
Touch.
gonna keep going with the idea that I'll win again.
True.
Satchel will hold out his hands
Okay.
and let you tie him up.
You do that.
All right, you guys can tie yourselves up and enter the room where, well, I guess be led into the room by a plant creature, who grumbles about having to increase like security measures and stuff like that, and we're sorry for the inconvenience.
can I ask him a question?
What?
Can I ask him a question? Just like, are
Yeah,
you
quickly.
human or are you just a pure plant person?
I am a dancer, and he enters the room, dragging you guys in. Yeah, ignoring your question and giving you a meme instead.
Okay. All right.
All right, I see no one's a fan of the killers, so I'll fuck off. But
I got it.
No,
No,
appreciate
no,
it.
it just wasn't that funny, John.
You don't understand.
okay, at least Tamer would have laughed if he knew.
We enter the room.
You enter the room, and blindfolded, you hear a sultry voice call out, "Oh fuck! Not these dudes again!" And
Hi,
who
This was my first time here.
has never passed a saving throw against Moru before?
I've never
Everyone
been there.
but Paradigm.
All right, I need all of you to give me wisdom saves at advantage since you are blindfolded and tied up. Coraline fails. Shadow passes. Revik fails. Tamer passes. Congratulations. Paradigm auto passes because he has dealt with this bitch before.
I'm not touching Revik.
Revik and Coraline both. You feel an immediate like response within your bodies. Wait, no, Revik doesn't at all. Never mind. Revik's save was a meme. So Coraline, you are the only one who has the sudden inescapable urge to remove your blindfold and look at the creature whose voice is so soft and beautiful and charming.
I'll do it.
All right, guys, with readied
I-
actions, you feel
I use
Coraline
my ready
shift real
action
quick.
to fucking grab.
I don't know what's going on.
Paradigm, please give me an athletics check, which Coraline may oppose, and I will request that they oppose it.
Ooh. Ooh.
That is a dexterity saving throw. Is that the same as an acrobatics check?
No, it's not.
Oh no, it's not. Actually, he wins. I
Oh,
only
he
have plus
wins.
5 to my acrobatics.
Ooh.
You, Alden, grapple the barbarian who immediately wants to rush over to a person in like 4 blankets who has no skin at all, and there's just this tiny like rectangular veil, which JC the player is familiar with.
Just do one of these where I hold her by the arms up in the air.
You hold her up in the air, going full Simba.
What are you doing? I just want to say hello.
No,
You're not looking
keep
at
her
her.
restrained, please, or she must be removed.
I know, we've been through this before.
Thank you, Paradigm.
I don't
It's
feel
only
a big
polite
deal.
to get
No.
closer.
It's
Oh,
just a person.
we're here. We have questions.
Understood.
First,
I get it. You become a vassal and suddenly your entire life is dictated by the whims of strangers. Go
That's-
ahead.
That's not true.
It is.
No,
Here,
it kind of is.
It's entirely true.
We helped you with Jerome. You think it's a give and take thing, right?
I don't think we did much to help.
Hey, we did, and
All
the
right,
raid
let's
team
speed
definitely did.
this up. I'm a semi-busy person.
You okay? You can do it.
Sorry. So I have a question. If you wanted to create a different type of plant, like just a completely
no.
new plant, could you do it?
Yes.
Is this like something all dryads can do, or do you need to be super good at magic?
What does this have to do with why we came here?
Not everyone
There-
could make a new plant.
But
What
everyone-
plant are we talking about here? We can like alter plants a little bit,
Yeah.
but
There's some sort of strange new plant that's been seen in Aldrich, and it's
Aldrich?
Yes, it seems to be the work of a dryad. Do you know any dryads in that area? Maybe after the destruction of Normal City?
there are no other dryads that I know of. You say there's a new plant. What kind of plant is this? What are we talking about here?
It looks like
Wait,
dryad.
holy
magic.
shit, are we actually having a discussion that is of importance? That I can actually, like, relate to and help with? This is the first in 30 years! Oh my gosh!
Can I take off my
don't.
Yeah, you
don't.
can.
Okay.
Revik,
Not-
due to you being a vampire and already bound to a different charming entity named
Cool.
Arabella, you do not have to make any saving throw against this one who...
It's a good sign that I can fail to save.
Yeah.
It's probably part of the test.
Revik, you're good here. This is just like
Cool.
Arabella minus like a couple points and not nearly as cool.
You're, as far as you can tell, you're the only dryad on this continent.
No, my family is here.
Are you
But
missing anyone, or is anyone out on vacation?
one is currently acting as a political hostage for
Where are they being held?
in Tolst.
No, right. Okay, cool. And no one else. All right, cool. That's good to know.
Not to
I'll
my
just write
knowledge,
that
no. We don't survive well out on our own. We are weak plant people.
down. Okay. And you've never met anyone outside of your family that was a dryad.
I have been in this citadel for most of my life.
Okay. That answers a lot of my questions. Do you guys have more?
Well, I have what kind of plant is this?
Well, it's definitely being raised by dryad magic because plants don't grow that fast.
So it's a
Where-
fast-growing plant. Do you have a sample of this plant?
We're gonna go get one within the week, and we can come back after.
I request that you do. I will be able to actually assist with that.
Awesome. Cool. And then my other question was that those little plant guards that you have, are those like people, or are they just plants that you
Did they
animated?
tell you they were dancers again?
They told me they were dancers.
They don't like answering personal questions. They're shy. That's why they live in those stupid suits. She says, looking at the guard, who is just sort of standing there with a giant club watching you guys.
Because it might be relevant if we have to fight. Sorry, if we run into plant guards like this in the future.
There is a creature inside of that. And she points, but like just part of the mass amount of blankets sort of raised.
Gotcha. Okay, understood. Thank you. That's helpful.
So, why are you charging an arm and a leg to fruit go to Thorazor?
Oh, are we getting into politics all of a sudden? That's a first for you guys, huh? She says, laughing.
Kinda.
That is the first for me.
Yes, but this is not a distinguished position. Corlin stops struggling. Paradigm, be a dear and just put me down. I'm
Nope.
fine now.
I will not.
So, Thorazor, yeah, you know,
Ah, yes, the Thorazor decision, as we call it.
is it
Why?
why?
Because they are a fast-growing military state, who we can, you know, halt their expansionism and eventual hostilities with us.
Right.
Obviously that didn't work too well.
Rivik,
No.
right, I'm sorry, I forgot. They're at war with each other.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are at war with Thorazor.
Who would want to be
They're-
hostile to you?
they're-
You are so lovely.
Exactly.
Such a
We
nice
just
person.
don't want people to steamroll our entire country and turn us into vassals.
Well,
She
here's the
says,
breakdown.
looking at you
Thorazor
all.
doesn't have food. They
Yeah.
have food. Thorazor wants food, but they have military. Alakazam doesn't have military, but they have food. So you fight wars with what you have.
you know,
Why
they're
not just
bombing
trade?
your cities. Like there's like all there's bombed out places everywhere. If you
Yes,
sell them
there-
food, they would stop bombing you.
That's not how that actually works, but I enjoy your perspective.
Well, they're bombing you now. Like
Yeah.
you know, you probably hid.
Like once a month. It's
Antwa,
fine.
if they lower the
superficial
prices
damage.
now after this long, they'll just think it's them conceding in some fashion, and then they'll bring the war into the city proper and just take over. They can't stop now because it's gone on for too long already.
That's why we're hoping
So-
your little tyrant can finally broker a peace settlement between us.
What will you offer to stop the bombings?
You are in no position to give me questions here. And
They're-
even
yeah,
if this was my
that's
decision
the
to
piece.
No
make,
one from Thorazor
this
here.
is a severe overstep of any authority that you have.
I'm
Yeah,
asking
seriously,
question.
Angela, what are you thinking?
How can we?
have to
How
stop
can we?
bothering this-
How
this
can we
lovely
broker your peace
creature.
deal if you don't say what you want?
It
You
is
must
not
want-
your place to negotiate between city-states.
This is what you told me a few
What-
minutes
what-
ago, a few seconds ago. You said we're here to broker a peace deal.
No, she said the tyrant was to do that.
The
not
tyrant
us.
is, as a leader of a state who we now defer most of our global political decisions to, is in charge of solving this issue. Once you own a city-state and have such political clout, I will consider speaking with you on that behalf. If you are an ambassador, we can speak further. But as you are just here visiting and mocking my position currently as a vassal, I'm a little insulted.
Oh, don't be insulted. I am the only ambassador here. These others are just my entourage, of course.
Just
Perhaps
please,
we should have.
for the
continued
gods.
She is
private.
charmed.
Please.
She needs to go.
Yeah,
before
I'm
she
going
goes.
to, hey, I'm gonna, like, can you tell the tree man to open the door so I can stick her on the other side of it?
Yes. And the tree man will do just that.
And I'll stick her on the other side. like the
Thatch,
door
this
closed
is the
on her.
perfect
So-
opportunity to assassinate
So-
a political leader.
So,
Just saying.
no, he's tied up. He's
Uh,
tied up. He's tied up.
I'm tied up and blindfolded at this point.
Okay.
You know,
So,
it's
that's
an
not
easy
happening.
thing.
That's
You
not
passed
happening.
your say. You don't feel charmed. Like, oh, you're still armed and armored. You can like kill her. The guard's distracted, Thatch.
That's just smart
That's
enough to
not
know
happening.
that assassinating a political
Thanks for your
leader
time.
doesn't solve its problems.
Okay,
I
wow.
think
So-
I see a way out.
Consider.
If we
I
stop,
tell Moro. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Continue.
No,
No,
you first.
continue. I was about to ask Moro to tell Moro that she could consider us ambassadors. Perhaps
I
now we can
refuse.
discuss. Okay. All right.
I don't
Well-
think unless the tyrant actually names us as ambassadors and puts it out to people that we are ambassadors, anyone will accept us as such.
Tyrant will be very happy to consider us ambassadors. If he did not, then he
I
is not.
already have
But-
enough of the tyrant's ambassadors in my little citadel here, constantly pestering me. I do not need 5 more. If there is anything
you-
further that I can help you with that isn't related to global diplomacy, I can speak.
Could we
But
have-
if that's all you're here to do, to whine at me about a situation outside everyone's control, then I would ask you to leave.
Could we have some produce? I saw some tasty stuff out there. I thought
Go
we
and
could-
purchase to your heart's content.
I should say a formal trade thing with Tulse. You know.
Okay,
Increasing our-
clearly don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to stop engaging with you now, Antoine. Is there anything else that needs to be discussed on a professional matter?
Thatch, technically, if you want to talk, you can. You are blindfolded and thing, but you could talk.
Well aware and staying silent for reason.
All right.
that's-
Well, have fun.
Anyway,
And she leaves. One of the
No, we
guards
leave.
kind of like, yeah, more fucking dips. She's gone. She takes a exit.
No, we leave.
decided. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
You exit. A guard takes, like, lowers himself down. He's like, why did you guys make her so mad? Now she's gonna take it out on us.
As the group is leaving, Coraline's going to try to sneak away and go back to Steve Morrow.
I don't think they're gonna let you do that. And
I'm really stealthy.
I
do
will
you have a
clap-
magical way to obscure yourself?
I have disguised self.
you're gonna do that in front of us?
I'll be behind you.
I'm pretty sure the high intelligence party members will not let that occur. Not to railroad you specifically, but if you can create a distraction and separate from the group so that you can disguise yourself, that would actually be a way to do what you want to do.
Well, if we ever
Prime
walk
is
by a
seasoned
hall,
veteran of this bullshit, and he will leash you at a moment's notice.
if we ever walk by a hall that looks like it goes for a ways, she's gonna just dash.
So we leave. We leave. We get together.
Yeah.
Is Coraline
After-
still struggling? Is
If she
Coraline
can,
still struggling?
if she can leave within 1 minute, she will still be under the charm effect.
As we're walking away, I'll clap the guard on the shoulder and be like, don't worry. If she's upset, you can just dance for her.
I shall. He says, the rain dance shall be fruitful this week. And then, oh my god,
And look, he got what he wanted. He got away from us.
he got
He's still
away.
here. We lost
here.
Rivik.
By the way, as
Ravik.
we're leaving the Citadel, before he can say anything, Paradigm's gonna be walking behind Coraline.
Here's your distraction, Coraline, because Rivik just went invisible.
So we tie Coraline up. We tie Coraline up. Like literally, we literally tie Coraline up. If she's still struggling,
No,
We're
Coraline
tired.
stopped struggling in the
Yeah.
chamber.
okay, then we don't.
I think we're forgetting that I'm faster than her.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I have bonus action dash, and I can go upstairs.
All
You
right.
can't dash twice in the same turn.
Yeah, you can.
Oh god, my cameras are still
It's-
fucked.
Dash, bonus action dash, movement.
Oh, John, you're gonna DMCA yourself.
Guys, no, I don't hear the music. Guys, we need to take a quick break real quick. As we try to figure out what happened to Revik's computer. We'll be right
Sure,
back.
way to
here in a
mute
sec.
the bot. I can't hear anything.
I could just lightning lure Coraline.
Yeah.
I don't hear the bot at all.
No,
I hear him.
no.
All right. I'm sorry. The bot started playing.
Hey guys, sorry about that. Oh.
So we're stealing
It was
the
just in my
princess.
map. We had a little internet issue. We got it fixed. Shouldn't be a problem. Right? Being vaguely threatening to one of my players. Guys, welcome back to City States of Klovisa, _:God War. Coraline, you are no longer charmed. It has been a minute. It has waned. Paradigm has watched you for long enough for it to fade away.
As the charm goes down and Coraline realizes what happens, she goes from having like an idyllic, happy expression to like just really a dark one. Like she's getting very angry.
Indeed.
Paradigm, it's worn off. I'm all right now.
I believe you. I know it must. This one thing after another. It sucks.
You don't know the half of it. Is there anything else we can do here, or are we just wasting our time?
More or less wasting time. We should head back to Tulst.
What if we?
The other one, right?
Are we going straight to Thorazor, or did everyone want to go to Thorazor now?
To Thorazor? I'll go to Aldrich.
Do we want to go to Destry and kidnap Duchess Eldritch? I'm all for it.
Wait. Yeah,
Aldrich
sure.
should be-
I'm fine with that too.
Aldrich should be in his little fortress in Eldritch.
Yeah.
I think we
I
should
want-
kidnap the Duchess, not the Duke.
I think we should bring back that crop because if there's another dryad around, Mora doesn't know about it.
I agree.
I like this idea.
I think,
That sounds more.
the Dryad is the key to solving this problem.
If there even is one.
Thorazor needs to come out of this situation winning, as does Alcazan. Reuniting a Dryad that was unknown with other Dryads in the area. Giving Thorazor the credit for reuniting the Dryads together would be a peace offering. A way to save face, and a way to end this war, and maybe a way to reduce the food prices.
Maybe.
Alcazan may still be worried about the expansion of Thorazor, but an offering of peace of this magnitude, reuniting lost Dryads, especially if there is a ill-gotten reason why this Dryad is being forced to serve and create these plants, might bridge that gap.
Do we know for sure there is a Dryad? And that
We
they
don't
don't
know
just
for
have
sure.
some
I think-
plant that grows quickly? Because
Even
it very
if-
well could just be a plant.
Then
It could be a
I think
druid.
then I think obtaining a sample of this plant is the next thing we must do, because that will give us more information for all of those questions.
Alright, we raid Destry's crops.
I like the plan. This is good.
Revik, when you said you heard of this plant, did you hear of it in Aldrich?
No, I heard about it in Destry. I was with Just Meza and we
Revik, you
Talk?
pull out your map that you have of Destry so that we can
Yeah.
get a little bit more visage of what's
For
going
sure.
on.
yeah.
John will
Uh,
drag
well-
us over here. For many of you, you have not seen this map before, so I'm just going to explain some things real quick that is common knowledge of the world. So, the region shares the name of Destry with this city. It is the seat of authority. Over here, there is a person named Warlord Fresnoth, who is more or less engaging in what many would consider a civil war, which Tulst is now intervening in. Over here, she has more territory where her counselors, who are basically the actual locals, because she's a foreigner, support her. To the south of them is Duke Grothel, who is a sorcerer of such power that he only cares about obtaining immortality now, and everything else is worth nothing to him. And to the south is the very mortal, very power-hungry lands of Aldrich. It is the Duchy of Dissel. It's a very stupid name, and it's basically this region's biggest breadbasket, even though everyone's kind of a sustenance farmer. They have the most verdant fields due to having access to a direct river. These guys are the people who oppressed so many dudes that they decided to strike out on their own and become an industrial center of their own, also known as Thorazor.
Right. Thorazor is relatively new. It's like 60 years old.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah. And Aldrich, that's how he has political ties there. So he wants to bring them back under the fold, sorta, and then overpower Destry. Revit,
Heavy quotations.
well, Thorazor has a lot of industry. Revik says that he went to like these towns here and talked to the farmers there, and they're all talking about how the crops are growing way too fast, and that there's a new crop that they didn't recognize. So, like, season's worth of harvest in like a week or two.
Sounds very troubling.
Then we go there, we find these plants, and we take them.
Yeah.
If the magic is in the plants, perhaps we could just give that to Thorazor, and then the problem is over.
That wouldn't make the problem be over. That would
Not
just
for our vassal. Not for our
Okay.
vassal. It wouldn't.
No.
The
Yeah.
problem would not be over for them.
if
Yeah.
But we could
We
do that.
just-
Perhaps we should. Perhaps
no,
we should save 2 of these if we have the
we
special
shouldn't
plan.
give Thorazor the ability to make as much produce as Alkazan, because then they just have a leg up against Alkazan, and all of a sudden the problems are new.
The
But see,
power
you're-
would
you
be-
have
That level
goals.
playing field of one has something over the other in a different regard.
The power would be completely out of whack
Mm-hmm.
I just realized.
Satch,
But if they're both vassals. If they're both vassals.
If the current leader of your city were to vanish, let's say, who would take over? What would what are their public feelings towards Alkazan?
Paradigm wiggles
Is
the
this
flail, ready for a kidnapping.
Is this a thinly veiled John question where he needs to pull up some stuff and notes about?
Yes,
Thorazor?
that would be helpful. I have some
Okay.
basic information, but
Yeah.
John could probably give us more.
Let me go to my God War folder. Hang on. We want to know about Thorazor's like government structure.
Hierarchy.
Like, if whoever's in, like, is there one person in charge, or it's like a council?
Okay, hang on.
Because if it's a
The-
council, then it's kind of moot, because we're not going to kidnap or kill like
Yeah,
a
it's
dozen people.
Thorazor,
without-
where fun goes to die and metal is forged. All right.
I know, John, you've told me that the leader of Thorazor is Architect Mary Kelron.
hmm
She's the leader of all planning and infrastructure in Thorazor.
Yes. So she's
So
like
I don't
this.
think it's a council.
It, in essence, it is a military oligarchy. That is the entire like Thorazor, but it's mostly because of like how new they are. Republics are real, or democracy comes after security, and often we exchange democracy for security. And Thorazor has been threatened since its conception, even before it. So currently they are a military oligarchy run by a council of people who are in charge of different aspects of the society. Luckily for the people of Thorazor, I suppose, their main person, so like the person who actually has the most political power, is the architect, who is in charge of city planning and basically full governance. She has like a sub-council which does like actual laws that she sort of delegates problems to, but she's in charge of like, where does our infrastructure go and how do we maintain it? And then from there you have the air fleet, which is a kind of, I suppose, new and the least powerful of them all. And then you have your army, which creates this triangle of power, I suppose. So if you get rid of the architect, she does have people to step up to it, but she is more or less the biggest cog. The army dude, the general guy, and the ship admiral, whose names are not on, or who are on my character sheet and not my city sheet. You think I'd combine them, but I
The
don't.
fleet admiral is Alphen Belfi. She's a female airship fleet captain.
Yes.
And the leader of the
Oh, we should
ground
kidnap her.
forces is the Lord of
Dareth
War,
Smithval.
Dareth Smithval.
Yes. So they all have their own separate little command structures, but if you wanted to like really fuck with Thorazor, you target the architect.
It's not really fuck with. It's more like, you know, sometimes when there's an entrenched, somebody's in charge and their opinions are entrenched and things don't change until they're gone for whatever reason. Like, basically, Coraline would be steering the questions to Thatch to try to find out if that kind of thing might engender the change that they want. But if the next person is just as fanatic about the war, then it doesn't matter.
So there have only been 2 architects ever in their history, and it seems to be like a family-run thing, or just like a lifelong position that they sort of give to whoever they want. The architect's grandfather was the previous, or no, I think it was just her dad.
Who kidnapped the family.
Yeah. Yeah. Gordon Kelron was her father's name. But when he died, like 20 years or so ago, she took over because no one else was just in a position to do that like she was.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I guess
thanks.
Thatch will respond and say, what really is our mission here? Are we trying to stop the war between Thorazon and Alkazim? Because Alkazim is a vassal of Tolst? Are we trying to bring Thorazor in as a vassal of Tolst? What do we want to accomplish?
Oh, that we want them as a vassal.
You
That's
would
the
need
whole
to
point.
talk to the
Ultimately.
tyrant
Ultimately.
about that.
Ultimately,
None of your
That's-
party members, no.
The assumption is that vassals are what we want.
But we will still end
Ultimately,
the war.
As
That's
a quick
Yeah.
those are
reminder
instructions.
of like where your stations are currently within the court of the tyrant himself, you are one of the lowest ranking agents that he has direct access to. You are boots on the ground, you're the special forces, but a special force member in the United States military does not have the same legal authority as a congressman.
Not at all.
And we're not even the same kind of special as the special forces
So,
in the United
in
States
other
military.
words,
Yes.
so in other words, we need to be gathering the information to give the tyrant the ability to act.
Pretty much.
Let's
ultimate.
gather the information about the plants. We've also been told of a potential plot in Thorazor by the Aldrich family, who are probably trying to find a way to subvert public knowledge and public perception that Destry is no longer evil. And Destry wants to bring Thorazor back into the fold because Destry has food and you'll get a chance to eat. We should get the knowledge from that and report to the tyrant. Get the knowledge about the potential Dryad and report to the tyrant.
Also, Thatch, just so you know, we're all under constant scrying magic. They pretty much know everything that happens to us as it happens.
Especially these days.
Mm.
She kind of says under
Thatch
her
will
breath.
look around a little bit.
And Paradigm will point at
Yeah, Thatch, give a
Coraline.
perception check.
Yeah,
I will
points
do
at
so.
Coraline. Pretty much, they're probably
Sees
looking
nothing.
at us with hard eyes right now because she's here.
You see a bunch of suspicious-looking people surrounding you, and they are your party.
Fair enough.
He is a political hostage.
You are indeed being watched, yes.
We haven't been able to shake a type of shadow been following us throughout for many months now.
Yeah, his name's
But
Shade.
yeah,
Antwal, give
Yeah.
me a perception check.
Shade throws a ball at Antoine's head. Shoots a spitball at him.
Oh
Boom.
shit, you see
I
him.
see,
You
right in front
fucking
of you.
see him, yeah. He's in your
Don't do that.
periphery, having been watching you this entire time, possibly, Antoine. He's like, oh shit. And then he's gone. Everyone just
Was he
watches
there?
Antoine jump in surprise.
Hey, Antoine, you see him?
Yeah. He just, he sneaks up on you, like a,
Yeah.
like a, like a sneaker.
I don't know what he is, but the Tyrant's brother's got an eye on all of us all the time.
Really, if you think about it, it means that you're never alone. So that's kind of nice.
No, it's not.
Yes. Yes, but if he can be seen so easily, he's such an amateur.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
fair.
love how much this party shits on the fucking upper council of the tyrant.
Yeah, you guys are just fucking mavericks all the time from the get-go.
I gotta tell you, a lot of
We
them
bring ourselves
are,
up by taking other people down.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is an easy thing to get to Tolst. It is not so easy to get to Destry unless you go to Tolst, however. Daily, Tolst is sending resupply airships across literal Thorazorian airspace with their permission and being like, yo, hey, we're just doing a thing. We're just running the food and whatnot to Destry. And are getting like escorted by interceptors to make sure that everything's on the up and up. Obviously, ships from Alcazan do not go to Destry because they will probably be shot down. And if they are civilian, they will definitely be investigated. It's a very weird step because, you know, like, in theory, they would both meet at the same point. But, you know, everyone's got a very weird thing about this entire situation.
So what we're hearing is we might as well go back to Tolst, tell the tyrant, and see what he has to say first before we go and make our own decision again.
Yeah. Or you could, you know, just go straight there and just, you know, hop on one airship, go to another, and keep acting like the renegades that you want to be.
I think keep acting because we don't have anything outside of what
Keep
the
acting.
tyrant just told us. Just, you know, he's like, guys, you know, help out Thorazor. So
Well, if you
we can't
want
bring him
to
in.
ask for direction of what the tyrant himself wants of you, by all means. Helga's still in Tolst and is assuming that you guys aren't doing anything.
And
Like,
she's playing with a dog.
just operating without her.
I mean, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna bring in a catatonic Helga with us?
We might if we're going to do something dangerous. In fact, we might set that up right now. So, do you guys want to do anything immediate at Alcazan before we leave?
You're muted, Brood.
I think I'd like to look at the crops myself to see how fast they grow here. You know?
Every week, harvest every week. In fact, we saw them
Yep.
do it. It's very, very fast.
Monday
wow.
through Friday. Saturdays, it's just like processing. Sunday, everything gets shipped out.
They just do a little dance in the field, and all the sudden shit grows.
Wow. Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay, that's super cool. All right.
Sounds very similar to what you're describing in Destry.
Yeah, very much so. And it's hard to believe if it isn't a dryad then. Okay, well.
Be curious to see if at night in the fields there is this kind of display.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a display.
Yeah,
They
that's
have-
the dance they do.
Yeah.
Not here. In
In
Destiny.
Aldrich.
Oh yeah.
Ah, it's
That one-
interesting.
We might. That's potentially a week of camping out in Aldrich, and we're kind of conspicuous. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm a vampire frog, but like, we're
Yes.
outsiders.
It's fine. You can point out that I'm a horse.
And he's a horse.
Doesn't somebody
Well-
have Tiny Hut, which can be
Yeah.
Yes.
camouflaged?
Yes, I have tiny hut, so
Yeah,
that won't
but
be a
we-
problem.
But
From
what-
far away, a horse in the
One.
field is not conspicuous.
We've done it before.
All right, no, Brood. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm just.
It sounds to me like you guys want to do like a sleuthing week,
Yeah.
without true combat, which can be done easily without Helga. If it goes into something more so, we can just say she's in Destry nearby, having like come with you. But I still think you guys should go to Tulsa if you were planning to actually start operating, because John
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to go to Tulsa.
Oh, yeah.
first.
Yeah,
was
we're going to
considering
Tulsa.
this
We
as
have-
downtime.
We have to.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah. Everyone should do their like week of downtime stuff.
Yeah. Let's get
They-
shot down in the wild again.
everyone's downtime has been concluded by now. You guys are like good to go resource-wise. So if anyone has spell slots they you know, have spent, you guys are wizards. You guys get your spell slots back all the time. But Coraline has gained the benefits of a long rest, as has Thatch, and of course so has Revik. Which means we just need to do some like dialogue and speak with some people before, you know, the mission, as it were, begins.
Well, Coraline's gonna go shopping, and we could say that she grabbed Helga because she would like to go shopping with her friend.
Okay,
but
cool.
she's gonna, you know, just get a new set of clothes that like she had before, because the ones she was wearing before the tank incident were all torn up and from her captivity.
Oh, you could get your cloak back too from Helga.
I'm not sure she'll probably give it back, but that can wait till next time.
Yeah, I don't like to roleplay as other people's characters, just in general.
Yeah.
So let's handwave all the things you want to do with Helga, so long as they're not like crazy. So yes, you can go get clothing. I won't even count that money-wise. It'd be part of your monthly expenses that I am secretly taking out of everybody's paychecks every month.
Called a uniform allowance. The military actually does that.
Yeah, sure.
And you said they were okay with me taking weapons on this as well, right? They just didn't want me to touch an airship.
Well, okay, the tyrant wants you with weapons alone in a room with him. Or alone in a room with him and his bodyguard. Because she's obligated to be within 30 feet of him at all times.
Is that something he's going to want to do when we get back to Tolst?
If you are planning to go out, he wants to ensure you are not a risk. And if you are, you know, a secret sleeper agent and someone's just waiting to, like, get you in the right position to truly assassinate him, he wants to, like, test that.
Okay. Coraline will be up for it whenever he says so.
Okay. So you guys go back to Tolst. It is the same day. It is still the 12th. Because it's such a short airship flight and there's so much traffic going between Tolst now, because I'm currently. Welcome back to Tolst, everybody. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
I conversationally am like, hey, does anyone want a pet? Like a snake? Antra, do you want a snake?
Don't think that'd be responsible for me. I can't feed it. So many things, you know. We're gone so long, you know.
They specifically have a thing for people in Tolst, you know, like because you're leaving regularly. It's like a daycare for pets. They take care of it for you.
They take care of it. Okay. Why do you have a snake, out of curiosity? Is it like, you know?
It's ranger stuff, but he hates me. He hates my guts. He's kind of I'm not going to say... He probably likes you. Hold on. Let me go get him. Hold on.
Yeah.
And he's holding the snake by, like, the back of the head so he doesn't bite him. He's like, he's actually... Like, look how pretty he is.
Well, no wonder he doesn't like you. You're choking the poor thing.
I'm not choking him. He's fine. He can, look at his mouth. The mouth is, like, fully, like, trying to reach and bite him.
Yeah.
I do an animal handling check to see if it likes me or not.
Yeah, sure.
Does not like me. Does not like me.
It seems a bit cornered. It's just hanging out against its will.
You know, wow, he loves you. He bites me all the time. He hasn't bit you yet. So if you want.
Oh.
Paradigm, you take the bite and can handle the snake. This is not like a serpent. This is like a field snake. It's non-harmful.
It doesn't even have teeth, huh? It's just a gardener snake.
No,
it has tiny little things, but
it's just sitting on Paradigm's arm. What are you so? It's just a snake.
Oh no, he's an asshole. But that's yours. Feel free to have him.
I guess I have a snake
he
now.
loves you.
All right, I'm gonna go buy another snake that likes me.
Man, Paradigm's just this hot dude with a snake now.
Yeah.
Resident bad boy.
Do you give him the terrarium or just like tell us?
No, I need to keep the terrarium because I'm buying another snake.
Okay.
Hold on. I burn a spell slot for speak with animals and I interview each of them.
Okay.
Hi, what are you looking for?
You eventually find a snake who you can come to terms with. None of them like you.
What?
You're an undead monster. What do you want from it?
But
That begs the
come to
question.
agreement. We come to agreement. We get to hunt rats on the weekends that I'm here, and you know, so
Okay.
that's
You find a snake who is like slightly older and just wants to be like in a better, less confined area. So if you can get him like a bigger cage or terrarium, he will.
I'll spend 20 Tulsa bucks on a bigger terrarium, and I give the
Alright.
old one to
You spend, yes, the equivalent of $2,000 on
Jesus.
to make the snake as happy as can be, which you may do.
Cool. Thank you very much. Sorry. God, thank God I got rid of the shitty one. Oh, phew.
Paradigm, what do you do with your new snake?
I just let it fucking sit on my arm or my body. It's just coming with me now.
All right.
a part of my
Eventually, it
attire.
will.
No, don't bring it with you.
Eventually, it will leave and go do its own snake thing.
That's fine. It's a snake.
All right.
Fucking.
He's like,
Snakes.
"Come here, go."
Has a busy snake life to live up to, you know?
Yeah.
There's like a...
Once you guys
Yes,
get to
Lizzie starts
Destry,
yelling.
that's when it's truly taking off. It
Yeah.
hates the city. It wants out. It's a wild creature.
One day when he's big and strong, he'll come to my aid.
Maybe.
He loves me so much.
Okay, guys, do you want to get some guidance from the tyrant before we leave?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, sure. I like talking to him. It's a good time.
We request audience with Mr. T.
You can find him in the sparring room where Coraline is staring at him with her weapons drawn. But Tyrant's there as well, not having any weapons out. And he will just have this meeting here. As Coraline, in theory, does nothing. Because she's
so-
no longer being marionetted to attacking him.
Cool.
And then, he, like, slowly walks up to her and he's like, he does that, like, jerk
does the
forward to see
flinch.
your reaction. And, like, you don't react, and it's like, okay, cool, you're fine.
By the 30th time.
Carly will go, if you want a real test, maybe send your bodyguard out and turn around.
No.
Oh,
So,
Well,
team, you're all here. Even Helga, who's suspiciously quiet. What are you guys doing? Are you planning on a new course of action? Or are you gonna learn spells for another 3 weeks?
oh, now you mention it. I could use...
with
Well, no. You, in fact, no.
don't derail us, please.
Understood.
We are... We're planning to head off to Destry.
Ooh.
Out of curiosity, what are your plans if you have any desire for tourism? Do you have any interests that you're willing to share or willing
well,
to like? Do you want to give us any guidance on
how you should
how we
act
should-
in front of
well,
the political
in the end,
hostage? Named
how should we
he
should
waves to you, Thatch.
guide?
Hey, bud.
I think what
There-
Antoine is trying to
there any
get at is, what do
end
you want
statements?
Thorazor to be? Do you want it to be a vassal like Alcazar?
I want them to be a partner. I didn't want Alcazar to be a vassal. They were forced into it. I'm forced to be their current patriarch in a way. But well, I'm not going to shift all the blame onto you, because it definitely wasn't just your two's fault. But yeah, they were forced into being a vassal. It became public. I wanted to keep it all, like, under the table. Like, hey, we're gonna, like, help you out, and we want to end this war. But, everything became public so fast, so it's like, the only way forward was to make them a vassal, and then, stop Thorazor from bombing, and also get them to the negotiating table again.
When he says he didn't want them as a vassal, does he seem to be telling the truth?
Why don't you give me an insight check, Coraline? And you can do so at advantage, since you can see through his illusion where all other people can't. Oh my
Ooh,
god. He seems to be telling the truth, indeed.
So, you want Thorazor to also be in this confederation? Like it's
Yes, the ultimate goal is to unite Thorazor, Tulst, Alcazar, and Destry together in a union of the North. That is my ultimate dream at this moment. If we can do it by the end of the year, we will, in theory, be able to rival anyone else who wishes to claim the next Confederation capital seat. As we all know, Cantalar exploded, which means no one in the Confederation is currently helming actual diplomacy between every other state. If we're able to do that, and also take out the Isles of Flavor, because those bastards need to go down, and he stabs he finds a table with a map on it and stabs the map with a knife.
Here.
Paradigm says, my map!
Here.
Anyway, those bastards need to go down. But if we can unite the North, or at least all of the northern actual governments, excluding Normal City, because they are a clear vassal, Nariel and Quelthor want nothing to do with us, and does Moolah even exist? If we have us 4, potentially 5, we can just take the Confederation capital seat. Because everyone else down there are all separated and split up, and currently, Maelstrom is at war with Ugarest, and apparently the city of Cats and Rats. We don't even know what's going on down there. So, if they're distracted, we can just take the capital seat and then, like, actually unite the Confederation.
And you've been in talks with Thorazor and Destry.
Yes.
What do you make of them? Like, what do you make of the
The
leaders?
Overduke is a handful because he has such a problem of wanting to become a puppet. I wish there was a stronger leader in Destry who actually wanted his people to do better. Unfortunately, they have been under the thrall and thumb of vampires for so long. No one in that entire area on a governmental level knows what to do without fucking everyone else over. Because that's all what the vampires taught them. By example. Like, you just fuck over everybody because you're a goddamn vampire who can't be stopped. Like, that's how they perceive political power over there. Like, who is the most martially powerful?
Revik is just nodding the whole entire time, like...
Thorazor, on the other hand, is a stable government. They just have a very bad situation that they are forced to, or are wedged between. They're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. And Alcazan is the rock, and their pride is the hard place.
Yes,
and,
that makes sense.
Tulst has city pride. I understand it. Like, if something were to happen to my city as its current tyrant, I would do everything in my power to either avenge them or, get them out of that situation. But if the people aren't behind me on that, then I am just lording over them, and I will be eventually ousted from power. Well, they can't stop me because I'm too powerful. But you know what I mean.
Okay.
I want Thorazor to be a partner, not a vassal. Nobody likes dictator. Although my name is, in fact, Tyrant, I don't wish to tyrannize.
You should change the title just as a, for
I tried.
advertising.
It's his name.
I can't. They won't let me.
Okay.
It's,
No, that's
it's
a
his
shame.
name, too.
It's caught on. It's been a thing. I used to go by Ty. I went by Tyr for like once, and then somebody informed me that it used to be like an ancient god's name or something, and I was like, that's cringe. Why would I name myself after that? I don't even know what that is. So I had to rebrand it to Ty. My brother used to call me T, and it's like, just settle for Tyrant. Fuck it.
Names have power.
They do.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Mr. T yet?
I will not be called Mr. T. That was my father's.
He pitied so
called
many
Mr. T?
people.
So many fools.
So many fools he pitied. So many fools.
So many.
Perhaps you could
Well.
invent a middle name and go by that. Like,
Yeah, it's the, or of the, Tyrant of Tulst. No, there's no the in there actually.
Of the toast.
Of the Tulst, yeah.
when I was younger, we used to say, instead of the, we'd say ish. Perhaps you could just use a different language.
He looks at you for a very long moment in silence. And Coraline, despite him, like, acting super nice and his words coming off like... God, it's so weird for you to, like, interact with the tyrant like this. Because everyone else is like, oh yeah, he's being super cool, super chill. Like, everyone's, like, taking his words as the most positive and kindest way forward. But you're just, like, seeing him deadpan this conversation and be, like, visibly bored.
Can you believe some people think he wants to destroy the world? I mean, honestly.
Like, you know, everyone else, he's like, smiling, joking. He's even doing the weird, like, reaching out, but not really, kind of like pat whenever somebody, like, agrees with him, specifically Revik. But you're just watching him just standing in place and just, like, having a conversation with people he probably doesn't need to be talking to.
Is he looking like he's bored, or he's looking like he's inanimate?
Kind of bored, yeah. He's not inanimate. He's not like a statue,
Okay.
but... Like, he clearly wants to be doing something else, and nobody
like, he's
else
got
seems to be picking up on that, and he isn't, like, engaging in a way to show that he's bored, despite appearing as such. It's a very weird situation Coraline specifically is in, as he continues to, like, joke and try to make people like him, or... you know.
Did I see any sort of reaction when I said what I said?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There was, like, a flicker of, like, oh.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. He's eyeing you. To everyone else, though, he just continues to try to make as much eye contact with everyone in the room as possible so that they feel like they have his undivided or somewhat split attention. As though he is caring and considerate to everyone equally, when in actuality he's just staring at Coraline.
I think-
There was something that I've been thinking of since my experience.
Mm-hmm.
What if some of the city-states throw in with these beings? I assume there's more than just a two. Or is it one? Three?
What are you speaking
many-
of
how
exactly?
many do we know?
Why would they?
See, we had
I'm
heard
sorry,
of
we
the
have
Ichi dance.
diverged fully from the
Said
Thorzor
empire.
situation. What are we speaking of?
If the gods you say are coming,
Yes.
is the one I saw in my dream, the ones we've heard mentioned. If some other city-state throws in with them
Mm-hmm.
and declares allegiance, what happens then?
It's called the God War for a reason, Coraline.
I mean, what do you want us to do to prevent it? How far should we go?
As far as you must. If you are in a position to do something, I implore that you do. I am stuck here. That is a fact that I cannot get around. My enemies must come to me, for I am bound to Tolst. Hopefully, one day, we will be able to destroy this threat. But until then, we must accumulate as much personal and political power as possible. We need a united confederation so that these beings, who will undoubtedly magically subvert the way that the world normally is, have no place to find sanctuary, where they cannot bolster themselves through mortal means, have access to mortal warriors and spellcasters and essence manipulators, and collect as many allies who fight for freedom as possible.
So, until these are destroyed, there's no chance for peace.
No. There won't ever be peace. Unless they
Yeah.
go back to where they were before I came into existence. And he, like, actually looks sad at that, Coraline. And to everyone else in that moment of just, like, eyes softening a little bit of that admittance of, like, he is the reason why all of these bad shit is going down. It is the most empathetic moment ever. To Paradigm, Revik, Anchois, Thatch, and Helga, where he's like, I am a complete victim of circumstance, and it is ruining everyone else's lives because of it. And he is doing his hardest to, like, make up for that error of him being alive. And although, you know, Thatch, you're like, this guy's a foreign city state. Even you're, like, looking at this kid, because he's, like, 20 years old, if that. And he's literally putting the entire world on his shoulders and speaking of grand plans of uniting, not fracturing or doing, like, not doing war crimes for the sake of doing war crimes, you know? Like, he wants everyone to be happy. He wants your city to be his partner and friend rather than, like, a vassal. It is a very compelling thing that he is saying.
All right.
You guys are going to Destry. I would suggest speaking with Just Meza. She has recently been relieved of her company commandership and is still acting within Tolst at the moment before we decide where her skills are best utilized.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
We shall go.
Okay. Have fun.
Yes.
Don't die.
John, after everyone leaves, Paradigm's gonna like try and stop the tyrant because he wants to ask him something.
Alright, well, he's the last to leave, so you stop. You
Okay.
close the door on everyone as they walk
Yeah.
out of the room.
Ty,
Paradigm.
why exactly do you want the attaché cases from Navlatars? I've been curious for a couple days.
They have kidnapped so many wizards. If we have them back, either they join us, which is great, or they don't, and they'll still be wizards in the world. Wizards,
How much do you know about these cases?
not much. Its current one we know of is maybe still being held in Nevlator's arsenal.
There's two there.
There's two?
My Magistrate Zarina has another one. When I left there, and Ozark purchased me from Magistrate Zarina, she had been experimenting on the one my mother got trapped in. Apparently she had been turned to stone inside of it. Or something of that nature.
Oh. Okay. We will contact her. Ozark knows ways. He somehow purchased you or your freedom.
She put a hole in the case and it became a vacuum. And I also saw it closing after it was opened initially. There was what looked like a portal homunculus inside of it, scrawling back in after it had sucked everything out of the room of import.
Huh. Well, that is very strange. I don't know how to act on this information, Paradigm, but we will consult with the Ozark simulacrums and contact this Zarina? Zorina?
Magistrate Zarina.
Okay.
I haven't heard from her since that day.
Understood. Anything else?
No, I just wanted to make sure you knew what the cases did. before
Kidnap
someone
wizards,
opened
yeah.
one. Well,
Okay.
if it petrifies them in such a way, or sucks the life out of them by putting them in a vacuum, it may just be killing them.
Whenever
rather than
we have a
kidnapping.
unit to go and claim the one in Nevlator's arsenal, we will inform them of such. Unless you wish to take this upon yourself and your
We-
team.
That'd be something for them to decide. I personally would like to get it back to see what became of my creator, out of curiosity, but that's not my decision to make.
Okay. He is not tall enough to pat you on your shoulder, so he grabs you by your arm or your elbow, because you dwarf him. And he's like, Paradigm, thank you for bringing this to my attention. It means a lot to me. I wish you luck in Destry.
As weird as this sounds, do I believe it? Can I see if I believe that?
Of course you believe him. Why would you ever doubt him?
Okay.
If only you had some divine insight which would help you shatter the
No.
illusion.
Coraline's been saying shit that makes me question things.
He seems 100% genuine all of the time, except to Coraline specifically. If anything, Coraline sounds like an insane person. Paradigm. Have you considered that?
He already thinks everyone else is insane, including
Fair.
himself.
Is there anything else you need from me?
No, that was all.
Okay. If you ever need to talk with someone about, look, I know we aren't so different, Paradigm. Our origins, as they were, are very similar. And I fear that you, I, and only one other person in this entire city know what it is like to be called a homunculus. So if you ever need somebody to talk to about what it means to deal with these humans, or, mortally born, as it were, you can always come to me.
It's appreciated. And he'll take his leave.
You leave. The tyrant's eyes do not wander from your back as the doors seem to close themselves upon you, Paradigm. And you can rejoin your squad, who have gone to find Just Meza, Revik's new best friend. You find her. She is no longer dressed up in military fatigues, and she has finally been able to shower and bathe like a human being again. So she's looking like an actual princess for once.
Yes, bitch. Fuck it up.
Yes. She's like, Revik! Oh my god. I feel so much better. How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Yeah, we put on our rubber gloves. Yeah, and then...
She puts on her dishwasher gloves and high fives you. It's so dumb.
So I'm like, oh, this is my new team, or something. They have a lot less compunctions about consent than my last team does.
What does that mean? She says,
Oh.
looking like strangely.
What does that mean?
What have you
Consent?
told Paradigm? What did you tell them? Antwal, what have you done?
Paradigm just wiggles his mace at Antoine for his flail.
Oh my god. Fucking
Yeah, I don't
wizards.
know what that means.
I will. I will. You-
Mesa sighs greatly. Thatch, how's your stay been? We met briefly in the hall.
It's been interesting. This group is inventive and fun. Pleasure to see you
Aw.
again.
Oh,
She gives a small little curtsy, looks to Coraline,
I say-
and then she throws a finger gun at Coraline. Didn't we seal you in a tank? Were you?
Yes, but I got better.
Okay.
I say to
I'm
Revik,
gonna trust-
Revik,
ask what?
ask her about Destry.
Oh, right. Sorry, they don't know about the Destry situation.
Oh, fuck. You guys are in for a wild time if you're planning to go there.
That is our plan.
We're gonna have to kill kids too.
Not if you
No.
stick to the south.
Not.
The north, if you go there, I suggest you don't unless you want to kill kids. Because Fresnoth is a crazy bitch who is the key component of child soldiers in the entire world. She's a mastermind behind so many massacres at the moment.
So why hasn't the tyrant sent his hunters to hunt her?
That's not how hunter law works.
He doesn't lead the hunters. This is just the city they're headquartered in.
I say
Not
hunter.
even
I mean,
that. It's just
you know,
a city famous for its independent hunters. See, here's the thing.
They're their own thing.
I'm not. So what I'm doing is actually like super illegal. I've had to constantly hide myself from the Hunter General Officiary, and if any one of my actions in helping you guys gets out, then haha, I'm super fucked. So you know, don't do that. But we hunters and huntresses can't just go about willy-nilly demanding the world do as we say. Then we'll have petty kingdoms built around individuals who will die one day and cause more problems for other people, and start lineages of conflict that will spiral this world into destruction, which we can't afford. In case, well, I know that most of you do operate within cities, but spirit beasts are still like the biggest threat the world has ever seen. A man can only eat so many breath weapon attacks before they die. Hunters non-excluded.
Hopefully they get Tristan.
Hopefully. Fuck that guy.
Really? Huh.
Yeah,
Anyways,
he's a shitter.
Destry?
He failed to kill a kid. What kind of piece of shit can't kill a child? Like, what?
Good lord.
How many kids did you
Jeez.
kill?
She
One.
just scoffs at you. Revik. Oh, Revik. No. Oh, Revik. Mezza's eyes soften as she, like, still with the dishwasher gloves, just pats you on your head. They wouldn't understand, Revik.
No, they're just kids.
Maybe they
All right,
understand.
in Destry, so we stay in the south. Is there anything that we should 100% look after, besides these child soldiers?
Do not be seen. Even if
Why?
you are not wearing a Tulst uniform, any hostile actions will be assumed to be from us, which will, well, the Aldrich are staying neutral currently, but that will definitely align them against us currently. They probably already are, like, fucking with us, but it is not open, which is good. Because if we have to dedicate more people and resources to Aldrich, we can't dedicate as many to the true threat that Fresnoth is. Yeah.
Does this Aldrich, his forces, do they have a uniform like Toast?
Not exactly. They are technologically inferior to us. Their uniforms are brightly colored. I believe their colors are purple and maroon. Or like beige.
But they are recognizable by what they wear, yes?
Yes. It's hard to miss them. It is actually, like, hilarious. If they had ever actually started engaging in hostilities, they would be so done within a few minutes.
Do you have an image of such a uniform? Or an example?
No, not on hand. Go to Destry, and you can more or less see for yourself what they look like.
Sounds like they just look like a bunch of clowns walking around.
They look like a bunch of clowns, yeah. They don't have a comprehension of camouflage either.
It's like a bunch of vampires just dressing them up to make them look like play dolls.
Yeah, it was like a Renaissance fair. That's what we called it for a while.
I thought the clowns were in the arsenal, not in Zesky.
They're there. Those are the juggalos, though.
Ah,
They're a whole other basket.
We were in Destry, in fact, if I remember correctly, before Coraline got locked up. So,
Yeah. You saw the
We were there
Overduke's
for
men
a
who
day
wore
or
these
two.
like red flanneled and big, like red and white clothing. That was pretty flowery and like very noticeable. To the point of like, what are these guys doing? Why are they wearing costumes? Why do they have guns? Like,
cool. Awesome. Is there any other intel that we should know to keep us from dying or keep us from causing an incident?
So everyone in Destry now knows what an armored personnel carrier is. If you are planning to be discreet, which I assume you are, you guys haven't told me your mission yet. What are you trying to do?
Our mission is to move into the Aldrich area of Destry. We are trying to gather information about what Aldrich is doing in that area, as well in relation to Thorazor, and we are also looking for a magical plant that seems to be growing at an incredibly
Oh,
fast rate, and we want to
the
gather some samples of it.
yes. So I was with Revik when we made this discovery. I was the one who charmed the two people who corroborated the evidence. We weren't able to locate where it was being kept. We got into a granary, but it was just normal foodstuffs, so it sounds to me like it's being secretly hoarded somewhere. I don't know whether that means... Well, I don't know where it is grown and kept. I would suggest moving at night. They don't have like thermal technology or anything like that.
if the process is more like the Alcazan one with the dryads, would their grain seem magical?
I don't even
What
know
I'm
if
saying-
it is a grain, is the thing. We don't know what plant it is. Like, in Alcazan, the Dryad can... She has weird plant magic, but assumedly she can grow any plant within a week. If this is, like, one thing, it may be, like, magically altered. Or maybe they have a Dryad of their own. That's a big theory that I had for a little while, but I couldn't get that information out. All that was discussed was a plant, not a plant person.
That's rather what I'm asking. The foodstuffs from Alcazan, is it normal by all respects, other than growing fast? Can you tell that
don't
an
know.
apple from Alcazan is different than
Oh,
one grown near Toast?
no. It is the same plant. If you grew two trees and had a Dryad do their thing, their weird essence manipulation, then you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
So if that tree had a dryad, the normal food would be normal. That you found.
Assumedly. I'm not my magic is destructive in nature. It does not grow things. You can... Well, I mean, can't we just force that bitch more to, do her Dryad magic and, like, reverse engineer? Like, plant samples?
Kind of the plan.
Try to force her
shit.
to do anything, let alone talk. She's very upset with us for being political
Understandable.
reasons.
She
was very upset with
Well,
Antoine.
She was very upset, but she was
Well,
interested.
Antoine does have a history of running his gums, so, I'm not too surprised by that. He seems to piss off a lot of people, including his own friends.
All I'm saying, Just Meza, we delivered your package to your sister, all right?
Yeah,
So,
I recently got it back from Revik. Thanks so much,
Yeah.
Revik.
No problem.
You're great, Revik.
No, you're great. You're running shit. You're so cool.
She gives you another high five. Fuck yeah.
To the task at hand. Do you
Yes.
have a discreet way for us to enter Destry? Preferably close
we
to the
can-
area where you discovered this particular plant.
So
Or at
we
least
rolled
a-
up on them, and I casted Seeming on our APC to make it look like a chariot. It was a very rushed and... Well, honestly, we were just trying to see what the fuck was going on. like with an anonymous lead to see if we were about to be attacked. So we were kind of like running and gunning without truly engaging in hostilities. We charmed a few people, dominated their minds, all that shit. But if you want like an actual technique, the best thing to do is for someone to dig out a pit with mold earth, and then someone to cast the tiny hut spell within that pit, and then cover it up. Or at least, like, not cover it up fully, but then, like, throw dirt on that. A small hill, a mound, or just, like, a flat plain, and then if somebody looks out, you're not going to see the dome, and then you can, you know, change the coloration of the dome to match the earth around it. That is how, like, I escaped from my continent, my country.
Yeah, and we can just move at night. I've got passed out trace. I don't know if anyone else has it.
Yeah.
If there is a dryad, it'll be a stakeout of like a week because we don't know what day the dryad will perform the ritual to grow the plants.
This is true. That being said, it will probably be more noticeable if it's just one person going around from field to field. If it's grown in a field, we didn't stay too long. We literally charmed 2 different people to get them to corroborate the story. But
I think
it could be hidden.
Anyone...
There could be hidden fields. I knew there was a like hidden pot farm up north in Maury's lands, Maury Kelthor, Kernlow.
I don't.
You guys know that guy?
No.
I feel like I know him.
You say?
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Yes. Hemp. A hemp plantation was hidden up there.
Very good for rope.
Yes, it was a rope. Yeah. A rope plantation.
Paradigm thinks back to his blood cocaine book.
So, if I guess 2 goals: determine if there's a dryad there, and if not, at least get a hand on some of that special crop. So, and not be seen the whole time.
Does anyone have, like, detect plants?
Sorry?
Anyone a druid?
If I had another level, yes.
Oh,
I can detect magic in case these plants are magical. And
True.
I'm pretty sure Antoine also can.
Here's the real, like, if you really want to get evidence, you need to go into Dissel, the Aldrich's territories, and find a actual person who knows about this, and then capture them, interrogate them somehow, or collect their thoughts. But that is like the ultimate, okay, we need this information. It's like a matter of national security level. If you can do this just through scouting and spying, you should. I know there are spyglasses here that you may request from the quartermaster Schmitty.
Do we have any night vision goggles? Probably not, right?
That has not been invented yet. No.
Gotcha. Okay.
At the mention of Smitty, you just hear Corlin start swearing in the underwater language.
Blah blah.
Did
blah,
you
blah,
forget
blah,
that
blah.
when you lost your gills?
I just can't speak it as well.
Yeah, you just can't.
She has an accent now. Oh, man. Alright.
Goal 3, blood cocaine, huh?
So as I see it,
Yeah.
for this plan, we need a plan of entry. We need a way to stay stealthy.
Yeah.
We need to either stake out the location, hoping that the dryad or whatever reason that causes these plants to grow makes them grow happens, or we need to capture somebody and interrogate them to find this information. And then we need a way to get out of there unseen.
Yeah.
For staying stealthy, we can use Revik's magic or the mold earth and hut magic from our wizards to stay hidden. We have a location that we were planning to stake out. Yes, Revik.
Revik, pull us your map real quick. I may know a way for you to infiltrate deeper into their territory.
Yeah, please, because right now I'm thinking about how far in we need to go to get into the Duchy of Aldrich.
Well, here's the thing. They Aldrich has people in these forests. They see our movement. They know when we're coming, and they don't make raids onto other towns, but they do kidnap people sometimes, or forcibly move them to offer them a timeshare, as it were. However, we don't have boats. If you can bring a boat or figure out to, or, get a boat somehow, taking the river is a possible way of infiltrating deeper without, risking yourselves to overland spotting.
But boats are really hard to come by. They're like gold, mountains of gold.
What?
Yeah, like just getting a boat, it's impossible.
No, an airship maybe, but like a regular, rowboat? It can't be that hard.
Well, I'll ask around.
It would be nice to have a sailing boat. It would go a little faster than a whole
True. One that can discreetly or move fast at an incredible rate to escape pursuers. That'd be a very good boat.
If only.
One that moves
It sounds like
quietly
a nice
on
boat.
the wind.
One with a touchscreen panel that just pops up at the perfect eye level height.
Sails that just catch the wind no matter which direction you want to go. That would be quite a boat, yes.
One with a fake door and a handle that's missing.
If only you had a boat.
Big door. My God.
Why would there be a fake door with
Why would
no
you
handle?
have a fake door?
We wondered that.
Yeah, and then Paradigm ripped the handle off the door.
What?
No worries.
I have no idea what they're talking about. I was just thinking how, getting a boat is going to be difficult, but okay.
But can't... do you think maybe the Tywin would let us fly there and we can take a shuttle another? Perhaps one not maintained by that Smithy guy.
I'm sorry?
The Tyrant can't leave the city.
Yes, but if he can borrow one of his airships to fly
He doesn't
over and
have any
drop down.
airships.
The,
Corley.
Uh,
We have yet to see how they enforce you not touching the controls of an airship. I'm terrified to know if it's just a random thunderbolt that comes down from the sky on you.
we will be starting off in Destry, over here, this area here. That's where we always arrive. This is the only safe place we can kind of land.
If
That
there's
is
a
the
city
only
that's on
place
a-
in the entire region that has a true airship terminal.
Yeah. So
And
this
it's
is all
part of the Citadel itself.
Yeah.
And you say there are no boats in Destry?
Well, I didn't see
There
any.
might
but
be.
could
We
wrong.
haven't truly investigated it because amphibious assaults are insane. And Fresnoth has no clear waterway to attack. As you can see, her lands up north are actually very segmented off, and going up north there's just more ruins. But to the south it's a little bit more free.
Is this a ruins right here?
Yes, it's. I don't know the name of it, but
Okay, cool. So there's no people there. That sucks. All right.
Well, seeing as the city limits are on the edge of a river, there's probably bound to be a boat somewhere in the southern part of those city
somewhere
limits.
definitely.
Well, here's the thing. I think both me and Paradigm have Phantom Steed, so
No,
we can just
you.
Oh well, I guess myself then.
I
Well,
can't
I-
use Phantom Steed.
I could ride the paradigm. That's we just sit
No.
on- no.
We're not playing
Well-
this game again.
Well, if that happened, I'd be able to cast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or maybe 5, within an hour, and they last an hour. It takes 10 minutes ritual casting, Phantom Steed for each of us, and
So
we
you
get
just have a relay of people being 10 minutes behind each other at all times.
And
Well,
these...
I assume that you do the
Thousands of-
casting. You do the casting for each of them, and you keep that going. It'll be a tiring thing, but if it lasts
so every
an hour,
10 minutes you do spend 1 hour recharging the Phantom Steed.
it's 10 minutes. No, it's an hour cast or an hour duration,
Yeah.
but the cast is rituals 10 minutes, and that would be part of that hour.
How many of you
For
are there,
each of them.
including Helga?
6.
6.
Well, 5 minus Paradigm. 'cause
So
I
if a
can't
ritual
ride
is
another
10
horse.
plus the casting time of 1 minute, that's 11 minutes.
So that
To
means
fully cast
55
6 of these back to back.
It would not be
66
6. It's 5.
So-
5. It would be
So
5,
we'll have
not 6.
we'll have 5 steeds in Paradigm ready to go. We'll travel for 5 minutes, and then one of the steeds will disappear as the hour duration goes away.
Okay.
15 minutes.
I
I
mean,
assume we would cast. I assume you would cast
I think
while
we should
we're
just
doing
get a
our
boat
traveling.
from the edge of the city. The boat sounds real good.
It could be. We don't know. So here's the thing: we haven't tested, like, how many centuries they have on the riverways. I assume Aldrich isn't a complete idiot. He and his sister. I mean, they're in power for a reason, right? You can't
Well,
just
how far-
bumble your way into
because
political
we
power.
can be seen on the river as well.
Yes.
And
At
the
night,
thing is,
at night it would be hard to spot, but of course.
at night it would be hard to spot, but then we'd have to stop moving during the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
You
you
have
don't know
to-
how fast they can move. It's 50 miles, which I guess isn't that bad if you're on a raft, right?
A real boat, like See, I don't know much about boats. Mesa
Looks
just sort of
poorly.
it tells you.
Well, my last ship could do several dozen miles a day, even with a poor wind, but that was on the ocean. I don't know about rivers.
I know that
I mean, last year I
going
could have
up
just
river is like
walked there.
hard, and going down river is like fast and easy.
We're likely gonna have to paddle, is more than often than not.
There's another issue that I've just realized. How many boats are we going to need, considering that one of us is a noble
Horse.
homunculus with...
Oh,
legs.
the beautiful equine before you? Yes.
Yes.
That's a good
Paradigm
question.
blushes at what Meza just said.
It's objective. Don't take it like as a
We convinced this town to leave, right? This one here. John, this one.
No. The Grothal ones you got.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we can start, like, we don't have to go through the forest. If we take, like, an extra 4 or 5 days, holy shit, that's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks to travel like 20 miles. It'd be
Yeah.
that's very. No, you guys could cover that distance rather quickly during the night. If you spent all night moving, like you guys
There's
could literally walk to Duke Aldrich is in 2 nights. So 16 hours of walking, just like at a decent pace.
crazy thing. I'm just throwing out there. We could just jump out of the plane.
That's
You want to do
suicide.
this again?
What?
You want to play this game again?
What?
Could
I
just
don't want to play this game again.
we-
The last
we-
time we played this game, one of us got enthralled.
What are we
what?
talking about? Sorry,
We-
jump out of a plane? What?
just jump out of the blimp. You can just, that's it. Feather fall.
How are we going
this-
to get back if we jump out of a plane?
we would get to. We would still have to get to Destry, but it would be a one-way thing.
even if we snuck in, we'd have to get back somehow. I don't think we could hide
I
a
will,
boat.
I will say that it saves a lot of time.
I don't think skydiving is our best option.
I think it's unless you have a way to get there and back from
It
Destry.
is rather
if we do,
noticeable to see
if we do-
like an airship flying through
we
the
do.
sky and then figures jumping out of it. That being said, if you do it at night, you risk many things going wrong. If you cannot see the ground coming at you. Well, I mean, when do you know
Yes, the
when to
ground
feather
comes
fall?
quite fast.
Batch has been on many airships in his time with the military in Thorazor, and he would prefer not to jump out of the plane unless he absolutely has to jump out of the plane.
It's true. It often
I
leads
do like
to death.
John,
I do like your
what's,
thinking, but I think this is safer.
what's further up this river here? Is there any civilization?
It's a good point.
So going down that river. So the river flows north to south. Let's go to over here. There's probably just like unimportant villages. So these maps are rough. Here, hang on. Let me drag you guys over to where we are looking at. So, as you
So-
can see, the region map is always going to be much more accurate than the world map. Because this river is much smaller on the region map, right?
I see.
So, chances are it probably is like a big ass lake, or leads or flows into smaller tributaries that aren't as important. That John himself,
Right.
it wasn't important when I made the region map, so, you know, there's villages there. You guys can obviously go there. That is a valid way and approach, but no one has maps of that area for some reason or another.
I mean, we have a map.
Did
Yeah,
you say
true.
north to south or south to north for the river
North to
flowing?
south.
It flows north, so it starts at the north and heads southwards.
Makes sense.
Gotcha.
Flowing out of the mountains
okay.
downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just goes underground into a big lake or something, like soaks into the ground somewhere?
Nobody knows. That's the thing.
Okay.
Nobody
do
knows or
rivers do?
nobody cares to find out.
A sea elf could find out if she can still breathe water.
True.
Just
Yeah,
goes
I
on a
guess.
fucking deep dive, gets the bends on the way back up.
Can you bring us back to the regional map for 1 second, please,
Of
John?
course, I can. Boop.
So I just want to make sure, detail-wise, that I'm following what's going on. We're trying to go all the way down here to where Duke Aldris is. Those are where the fields that you learned, Revik,
Mhm.
were growing super fast over here.
Oh,
Or
on the
with-
left. Hold on. Yeah. Those
Meza
little
will
circles.
inform Thatch that this is like a rumor that has been confirmed by two of the Aldrich's like guards that they are storing this food stuff somewhere and they are growing it somewhere within the region. Nobody knows for certain where it's growing, and that's why they're sending you guys out to investigate it.
So it could be to the east of where Duke Aldrich's seat of power sits. It could be in the Duchy of Dissel, and we don't know.
Yeah, no one
Ah.
knows.
We can actually use his map to ask in Vestry where it is. If
You
it's,
know, fields are usually set places.
and it's also within 50 miles. Right?
Yup, we can see that whole region.
Yeah.
So I think then the plan is to get to Destry, try and get an idea of where it is, and then once we have a decent location, pick a path.
Yeah.
We could either go by boat on the river, if it's somewhere over on the left-hand side here, or we could go down and over this way to land if it's somewhere over on the eastern side.
Yeah.
We have our way in, we have our way out as long as we can get ourselves back to Destry. We have our plan to stay stealthy. We have our plan to either stake it out or interrogate somebody to find the answer, and that's kind of one that probably flows as we go into the area. Is there anything that we are missing in our plan?
Just we move at night and it'll be very, very dangerous moving at night. So we got to be ready to fight.
You will
How
not
many-
have any support.
Do we have any dark vision?
Yeah, we
That-
have our
that can see in
goggles.
the dark.
You guys have goggles? What goggles? Show me. Sorry.
Goggles of night.
I've never heard of this.
They stole the only two pair that the Ozark had.
We actually had like 4
Well-
pairs, but 2 of them got blown up.
You know, we have lights. We have a light spell or dancing lights. No worries.
We don't want to use that if we're trying to stay stealthy in the dark.
Yeah.
Could
Can you
be
see in the dark, Revik?
not too far. Should be not too far.
I mean, you would think a vampire would be able to, but whatever's happening here, no vision yet.
Speaking of,
Thatch-
John,
Thatch
two
in the
players, Revik has to be back in Tolst on the 30th, or he
What
will
day is
die.
it today?
Yeah, what is that?
It is the 12th.
I'm sorry? Is that when his cataracts gets the best of him?
That
rap
is when
battle.
a vampire rap battle will occur, and the tyrant will try to outperform her with the upcoming, which maybe this is, you have seen posters of this while you guys were in the city, but the tyrant is going to be putting on like a fundraiser for a local, well, not just a local, but all local hospitals within like his city, and it's called Tyrant on Ice. where he and a bunch of people
Oh, this shit.
are going to be ice skating and putting on a show to outcompete a legendary vampire performer who feeds on magic that comes from performance. It will be judged between 3 professional performers as well. The Lich of Performance, Bulby, a vampire lord named Hodel, which isn't common knowledge, but Revik would tell you. And then Takajod, who is who is Rodrigo, the sexiest man alive's wife. Yeah. She too is a famous singer and dancer and performer.
I need to meet that vampire lord.
Sure.
I need to know the secrets of blood cocaine.
Ah, blood cocaine.
Well, I don't think Hodel was the guy that did blood cocaine. I think that was the Bad Bagels.
Alright. John, it's the 11th right now?
It is the 12th. You have 18 days to do this mission.
Right. So with 18 days, we're planning on spending a week staking something out, or we're interrogating somebody, which might go faster.
It would
Well,
definitely
we
be faster.
can't travel on land unless we have like a car or someplace, something to go forward, because land travel is just, it will take too long.
Well, no,
We'll be stuck.
He said we can walk there if, like, in a straight line if we didn't care about like being seen.
Yeah, you guys travel at 25 miles a day on foot normally.
So, by my calculations,
2 days there, 2 days back.
Right,
If
4
we were
days
to
of
walk
travel, 2 days there, 2 days back, 7 days of staking out, or we interrogate to make it move faster, which gives us a 7-day cushion.
Yeah.
Including traveling there. How long will it take us to get to Destry?
Like 7 hours flying.
7 hours. Okay, so that's
We-
kind of
we can do this.
part of the days that we move. We have about a 7-day cushion to dick
can do
around
this.
in that area until we can figure out what's going on.
And we could, in theory, leave earlier, because if we see the Dryad before the 7 days are up, that's awesome. So.
Right.
If there's a Dryad.
And then you can kill her or kidnap her, which would be great, right?
Damn it, John, I'm just gonna suggest
Yeah.
that.
Meza just pipes up like, hey, easy target.
Yeah.
It's a
We got
plant. You
400
guys have
pounds of
fireball, right?
horse.
Mora would appreciate it.
Now, what if we just destroy the entire city of Duke Eldridge?
Oh, well, I
Good
would
luck.
We
think
could do that.
it would
We could
make-
do that, but
I mean, I am not against it, but we're
I
five
mean, yeah, that's the-
people.
6.
Oh, sorry.
Says
sorry.
Helga.
we'll be good to travel at night because of our number now, instead of just, in case we see any worms, But I don't think we can take his fortress or anything like that. It'll be difficult.
Question, Coraline, can you see in the dark?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then I believe Helga can see in the dark as well, so it will only be Revik that cannot see at night.
And how
I'm a vampire that can't see at night.
Well, I
It's
think
the
we
cataracts,
One
man.
month.
we can somehow manage that. Maybe Revik ties himself with a rope to somebody else and follows along with us. He might
I
stumble
can
a
drag
little
him.
I
Carry
can
him.
sit on your back.
bit. Well,
Yeah, he can literally sit on your back, and
Paradigm,
No,
please.
we're not-
I
no.
don't meant- Never mind.
Not again.
Solve
The
all of
last
our
time that
problems,
happened,
but I
fell in the
understand.
ocean.
I understand why you do not agree to this.
well,
What
to
if
tell
he
you the
pulls
truth,
a red
Revik
wagon,
is
Meza says?
pretty large.
Yeah.
Revik is pretty large now.
So now red wagons exist, huh? I'm sorry.
I will pull him in a wagon, but he is not sitting on me with that venomous skin.
That makes sense.
It's
Come on,
poison,
over.
not venomous. Thank you.
I
and
don't
he is
care.
a
I don't
beautiful
trust him to
frog
not
creature.
secrete it on me.
It's true. Venom.
I
Wow.
I
believe
think
we have a
poison you're
purpose.
ingesting, but
Yeah,
venomous it can be. Yeah, some.
We gotta bite you. Yeah.
We have a purpose and a plan. We need to make sure we gather enough supplies to last for
2
3
weeks
weeks.
at most. Yeah.
Well, 2 weeks means we have no extra time in the cushion. We
Right.
have to be able to carry it all.
Those are
Again,
good for
cart.
carrying
Sounds
stuff.
like a good cart.
A cart. Paradigm. We can rent a cart from Destry. They like us.
This is the first time it's actually been suggested that I'm being used as a pack mule.
Well, you're strong. Like you
You
have.
know, you've been complaining
I
that no
mean-
one wants you to like have like their stuff. I think this is a good thing. This is
Yeah.
growth paradigm. Your team trusts
That-
you with their equipment now.
You're
Mhm.
so
That's
strong.
strength.
Just
That's
give
just
me
trying-
saddlebags.
What
Fair
a
enough.
big, strong horse you are.
We can give you saddlebags and load them up with our food.
I have almost a perfect strength.
Then you are stronger than I am.
Yeah, I mean, sounds
There's
good.
a lot of muscle in
So-
those horse flanks.
Hey,
You
you're
guys
looking- you're seeing
can
'em.
talk about your mission for the rest of the day, but is there anything else in Tolst non-mission oriented that you guys want to do? Which I assume you will plan for during our off week, and when Helga is back, it will more or less get to meet everyone new for the first time once more.
Am I level 6 yet?
Have you gained experience?
I don't know. I just want to try and learn Blink again.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you're level 6 yet. But this will be a lot of
Wow.
quest experience if you get all of your objectives complete. Just saying.
We won't.
Well, we'll try. I mean, we'll
Hey,
try. What can
we
you
can-
say?
We
Hey.
can finally put my skills as an interrogator to test that on something that's not a bird.
True.
You weren't very good interrogating. Thank God we had Julia or Aurelia there.
So
Who is
anything
besties?
else
Who is
outside
besties?
of mission prep that you guys want to do? Any people you wish to speak with? Anyone you want to talk with outside of, you know,
Can
John,
you
I want to
send,
buy a tent, you know.
Can you send Runt a VIP like stage, like backstage ticket to Tyrant on Ice so we can talk to Hodel?
Maybe. We'll see what can happen.
And I send Karma a ticket to Tyrant on Ice.
Definitely, yes, you can do that. Karma will definitely be like, whoa, what? I just have to be on an airship flight in 4 days? I'll do it! How many tickets do you want to send to Karma?
2. One for her and one for her best friend.
Okay. You're gonna send
Wasn't that
2
Aurelia?
No, it wasn't. She had an actual friend.
tickets.
And fucking, what was the sorceress school called? Gloopty. Or Glopty?
Gloopity glop or
Boomerang?
something. It was called pig farts. Who cares? Alright. Fuck, my pen's dying. This pen is such shit. There we go. Karma. I will put an arrow on the 30th to her in John hands, showing that the frog sister will be there.
Mikasi, when is the next flight out to Destry?
They're daily,
Yeah, okay, good. So,
so you
No
can
worries.
just hop on the 13th.
yeah.
Revik, anything you want to do here?
No, I think we're set. I'm chilling.
You chill and toast.
We're
Could
chilling.
I
I do more of that practicing, but I need my spell slots.
Antoine?
Oh, just saying, could I get to know my party members better?
Oh,
Two
sure.
of them I have not really spent any time with.
Yeah. Coraline and Helga, you really haven't spent too much time with. You should probably get to know them.
I would like to hang out with Coraline for a bit to say, like, what was it like and everything like that, you know? But I also would like to get to know the other party members a bit more. Just you know, we don't really have to roleplay it much, but just, you know, basically, like, you know, so what's your stories? How's your histories? Stuff like this. And, you know, kind of judge what type of people they are.
Coraline, do you want to spend
Uh,
your last night here before going back on a mission, just hanging out with Antoine? Or do you have things to do?
You said Smitty was back in Tulst, right?
Schmitty, so the Schmitty that you know is currently on the Xenos Betrayal. There are many Schmitties in this world. It's like my Jimmy name. So Quartermaster Schmitty is a different guy entirely. His
Oh,
real name's
all
probably
right.
like Daniel Dave Davidson or something.
Okay, but poor maintenance Schmitty, he's not here.
No, he is getting the absolute shit can worst job ever. Of
Excellent.
being the cook on the Xenos betrayal. He has had his comeuppance.
He's gonna
Okay.
manage to crash that one.
No, pretty sure Igor's gonna do that all on his own.
God, I can only hope.
I
That's
guess.
totally go drinking with Antoine, by the way. Sorry, I guess I interrupted you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Cortland will go with them to try to figure out these two new. I'm not gonna say intruders, but she's thinking intruders.
Hostages, intruders.
Oh, this is really nice.
That leaves Paradigm. Paradigm, anything that you want to do?
Yeah, he's gonna stop Revik. Because I'm assuming him and Revik are like buying pre-sale tickets to Tyrant on Ice together.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna look down at him. My fucking sister is gonna be here. She's also a frog. You better not get any ideas.
Oh,
Kind of racist.
yeah. That's,
Just because they're both frogs.
Whew, man, there's a lot to unpack there, and we don't have the time for it. So I'll just say okay.
He's gonna shake his flail at you.
I don't know what that means.
So I don't know if
intimidating.
we're
My
actually
kid-
going to roleplay Tyrant on Ice event, or maybe it'll just be like a thing talked about in passing where things will
No,
occur.
I want to hear you rap as the Tyrant.
I'm not
dancing
going to
on
rap
ice.
as a Tyrant.
You
I will
will. You
describe
definitely-
things to you.
No,
No.
John, you need to write a
No.
rap.
Finna been
I've been
about a
waiting for this.
I don't know how to rap, guys. I'll just look up what Eminem does and replace words. Then I'll get DMCA'd that way. But I have now wrote that Karma has a backstage pass. So she is
And
meeting Revik no matter what.
He's gonna meet the Tyrant and he's gonna fucking tell her all the weird shit that's been going on I kept
Oh, yeah.
from her.
Oh yeah, hell
The morning after Tyrant on Ice, she's gonna be wearing a scarf around her neck and be a little pale.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to slaughter Revik in his fucking sleep.
Well then, guys, it seems like me asking you if we wanted to go late was entirely pointless, since it is 8 o'clock. We are, well, next session, we will be setting out to Destry to unravel this wicked web that is going on to subvert Thorazor and the opportunity for peace between the northern states. Do we want to go around the table and say anything exciting that's going to happen to us next week? Or where we can find each other? Revik?
Sure. No, Revik, go ahead.
Sorry, no, nothing. Nothing. Nope.
Man, yep. By the way, if this was like an actual West March game, Revit has finally had the most sessions with me in 1 week. Because we did a one-on-one yesterday in secret to figure out how he was going to catch up in time.
And that's why we're not gonna rescue Honor Meza
Yep.
until next year.
Next year. Antwa, Temer, where can we find you? When can we see you next?
Well, me and Shadow will be on Greg Hansen's thing. He does his own West Marches, and we'll be trying to go underwater into kind of an underwater fort thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know my character got killed last time, but this time I got a new one. You know, it's gonna be
Yeah.
good. It's not gonna get killed.
If
you know,
if any of your teammates drop out, guys, I have access to aquatic forms now. So just saying, I can be the giant
Freezer
frog to
in.
Temer's horror.
teacher.
Sounds
Wow.
good.
Wait, did you say horror or whore?
Horror.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
A little bit
Yeah.
of comedy. A little
We
bit
have-
of comedy.
We have 2 party members that have aquatic capabilities as well. So we'll be trying to go down and find the shipwreck underneath the
Nice.
sunken fort off in the western swamp and over in that area and see what we can find. And
Hell
then see
yeah.
what
Including-
kind of shenanigans we can get into after that's done.
Oof. Paradigm, Alden, where
and
can
we
we
also-
find you? Oh, shit. Fuck.
I was
My
gonna
bad.
just no, it's okay. I was just gonna say that we all like one of our team members, also Mr. Underground, who will be playing with
Oh.
us in
Yes.
Whoa, he's in the
in,
chat
this-
right now. Shout out.
tomorrow.
Mr.
Yes.
Underground.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Alden, where can we find you, if anywhere?
Probably dead in a stream heading toward the Duke Eldritch's estate.
Hell yeah.
That's exciting.
Coraline, JC, you ever set up that blog?
Oh, I gave that in. I got my grade, then it's just
Oh, okay.
done.
Helga/Julia is still fighting eels in the Yucatan, or wherever the hell she is. Shadow,
Canada
we
land.
heard from you, so now it's time for me.
Oh no.
Guys, next Sunday, so not this Sunday, that's coming up tomorrow, but next Sunday, we will be testing Mass Combat. This homebrew module-like bullshit that I've come up with. There will be further information for testers who are currently under the role of testers in the chat. As a warning, it's not an RPG. It is a mass combat war game that is based off 5th edition. So if you're expecting to have the full D&D experience, first of all, it's a test game, so what the fuck? And second of all, you know, it's not going to be D&D 5e.
Tell them what we're gonna be.
You guys are going to Hyperia for the first couple scenarios, where you will be gunmen with 1 hit point who can get one shot by basically everything in the world, just like in real life.
Dragons.
Yeah. What?
What happened to the dragon or monkey argument that was going on, or whatever the fuck?
Oh, that was a meme. Everyone's going to be a bird. They're going to go to the bird faction, which I believe is the Empire? The Republic is the...
That's just a symbol, right? Not the actual.
Yeah, are we gonna be Jerome birds?
No, you're not being Jerome birds. It's your heraldry.
Damn it.
I'm sorry. However, we can definitely do some Fowler things in the future if you want to be monster stat blocks.
Rat versus crow.
Yeah, I'm not here to make this grand narrative campaign. I just like a narrative to set the scene. But that's enough about that bullshit. Guys, after that we will be seeing the raid team on Monday, who will have another dialogue heavy conversation, a session all about roleplay, and not about John getting mad at one of them for being late. So you heard it from here first. If I don't keep my word, I'll kill myself in a video game.
Wait, John, I can't say that on Twitch.
You said in a video
TOS.
game.
I said in a video game. I'm safe. We're gonna learn from our mistakes from last Monday. And then following that, we have the Discovery team, who's now down a player. So if anyone's free on Thursdays who want to join up and take Revik here's place, by all means, contact me. You know how. I'm always on.
Be a cleric, a healer. They need healers. They need someone to bring them back to life.
I think we need more wizards, actually. Enchanters?
wizards with healing
Enchanters,
spells?
probably?
Just get a rogue with expertise in everything that Kushim's good at. Just to
Perfect.
overshadow.
So, guys,
Roll those 3 characters together. Yeah.
thank you all so much for joining us. As always, don't die. Just don't. It's bad. See you later.